Okay. It'll be fine. Hi. Okay, wait, let me actually get to a seat. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Hello, everybody. How you doing? I have a guest. Let me unmute him. I don't know what he's doing. Second. There. Anyway. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. It is I, Semi Enigma, the Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. I am here to do an art side chat with my big brother, who's a big worm. No, he's a kaiju. But anyway. Also, I see you over there, Tony, in YouTube land. Let me get my hellos out of the way. Let's see what you guys are doing. I see Mungo. Hello. I see Jack. Hi there. I see YZX. Hello. I see Curious. How you doing? I already got bonked already. It's only been like 10 minutes. Hey there, Dio. Hello, hello. And I also see that we have a new employee, a new employee. Wait, let me find you. I was distracted. Oh god, you can just tell I don't like stream like this time because I'm like, oh god, oh boy. But hello there, Moo Ignis. Hello there, welcome in, welcome in. As I said, my name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. I forgot to turn the light on again. Oh god, that's right. Oh jeez. Oh, I keep flashbanging myself every time.
You really gotta stop doing that.
I do. But anyway, can everybody hear him okay? Yes, Kippy, I'm up late. Oh no, I knew I forgot something. God damn it, I gotta hit that thing up.
Can everybody hear me? Everybody.
Yes, can you hear him? Yep, okay, good. Yes, Benjamin, it is late. Oh lord,
Can everyone in the back hear me?
Oh my goodness. And the roommate's not
good. Okay, good.
Good, because I like turned your like volume like all the way up. Cause on like Discord I like put everybody really low because I'm an asshole. And I'm like, man, you guys sure are quiet over there. There we go. I have done the thing.
I have to be careful because sometimes I get a little extra loud.
That'll be interesting, just blowing out my eardrums then. Wait, actually,
hopefully I don't fumble around and break anything.
Nah, you'll be fine. Wait, let's go back. Let's go to my other screen because I forgot. I could just put you over there too. 1 second. Because I'm not ready to draw yet. Okay, 1 second.
Am I actually? Please take all the time you need.
Okay, good. 1 second. I'm gonna just picture right over here. You know. Let's see here.
I mean, of course, I have all of my things together. I'm always prepared.
There we go.
Well, no, I'm always ready for you.
Shoujo the Kitsune art. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the way of chat today because this is one of the few people who are canonically like larger than me and not for a stupid reason. Look, you have no idea. Every single time, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm like 8'6", and they're like, oh well, I'm 20 feet tall. I'm like, why? Like for you, it makes sense because you were like that before we met, but still, like everyone else is just like.
I hit my head on so many damn doorways. It's not even funny.
I know, right? I mean, it's worse for you because, like, at least me, I can like kind of duck in. You got to be going in sideways and whatever.
You ever seen a big guy fit into a tiny clown car? That's me every time I walk in your house.
Exactly. Yeah, he's Yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Yes, for all of you not aware, I am a nightmare kaiju. I am visiting you in your sleep, whether you like it or not, and I am just hanging out over your bed watching you sleep.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person do. Everybody does that, right?
I mean, I do it, so yeah.
See? Clearly. Obviously normal. Just like taking everybody out for walkies.
Exactly. So many people being like, "Ma'am, can you put that on me, please?" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "So, who's the collar for?" And I'm like, literally like 6 months ago, everyone's just like, "Ah, no, keep that shit away from me." And now they're like, "Ma'am, please, please."
Ma'am, bark, bark.
I'm like, did I have to build up like a reputation of just being like difficult to deal with or something? like seriously, I'm just like, how do you guys go from being like, "You'll never dominate me," to "Step on me, please"?
Yeah, step on me, mommy. Dear God.
Which is perfectly fine. It's very cute, but still.
Yes, it certainly has been a long time, old friend.
Mm.
And
Fun
yeah,
times.
I love how your mom seems to go from "Why would you do that?" to "Yes, mommy, please more."
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but it's okay. It's fine. Of course,
Well,
it's a say-so stream. It's an absolute. I'm always say-so. If I am in the stream, it is say-so by default. Yes.
I know. She's the most say-so person I know.
Yeah. Super say-so.
Incredibly so.
Someone's being like, "I'm scared you're gonna go loot." I'm like, you didn't see me when I first started. I was like really dumb when I started. Like the first week of me actually being a VTuber, I was like, I'm gonna be a LootTuber, and then I'm just like, man, this is tiring. Never mind.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey,
so
Silver.
tired.
So tired. Don't be scared. Hey there, little beans. How you doing? Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to loot anytime soon, ever, because I am too old and tired to be looted. I don't know how y'all young folks be doing it. How do y'all be doing it?
Sis, if that's not a mood, I don't know what is.
Exactly. I'm just like, man, my back hurt.
Listen, my back is aching. My joints are creaking at every turn.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, KP, thank you for the alert.
Nah, she doesn't know how to be sus.
Yeah, no, but legitly, I actually can't be I can't be lewd on purpose because I'll laugh too much. Cause my issue is that it's not that I'm scared of it. It's just I can't take it seriously. So
no, yeah, 100%.
And that's literally my issue because they'll be like, "Yeah, do something sexy," and I just be like, "Howdy."
Well, hey there, big boy. Why don't you come saddle up on my lap?
I was looking at something, and then I was just like, I literally had the dumbest voice ever, where I was just like, "Well, hello there," and they're like, "What kind of voice was that?" I'm like, "I don't know. That's just what happened." I sounded like someone who was trying to hit on someone else while also having a heart attack. I'm like, what? What kind of description is that? That's a horrible description. I'm just like, yeah, and this is why yes, I'm sexiest when I don't say anything and just stand perfectly still. The minute I do something, everything goes out the window.
Yes, I am as sexy as a statue.
I don't know, there'd be some of those
everything falls apart.
Yep. I don't know, there'd be some of those weird people in I don't know, France? Statues or whatever. Man, I don't know.
There's a thing for that? Wait.
There's a thing for everything.
That's I shouldn't be surprised.
Can you just imagine some lady named Becky or whatever just seeing the statue of David or whatever, just be like, "That's my ultimate man." Just trying to rub one on his leg or something, and they have to be like, "Ma'am, please."
Ma'am, he's on public display for everybody.
That means he's an exhibitionist. I'm like, "Ma'am, he's not alive." Oh Lord, I don't know. I literally can't. I'd be trying. I'm like, no, I laugh too much every single time because I'm like, today's the day. I'm gonna do I'm gonna be sexy today, and then 2 seconds later, I'm just like, what are we doing again? And
on that note, the people who like the Statue of David sort of thing, I gotta imagine there's people who like the Mona Lisa, just walk up, put their hand over the portrait, and go, "Hey, good looking."
What's
I see
cooking?
you're as blank as ever.
No. God. Oh dang! I never forgot one. Oh, anyway, well, where do you want the dribble to go? Hide it inside the snake's coat. What? Well, all right, you're gonna dribble on you. One second. Let me go get it.
Dribble.
Yeah, you get a dribble. Just kind of vibing on you.
I got a dribble.
And now I gotta find
I
it.
love little dribbles.
They are very cute.
No, it's mine. I'm hiding it in the coil.
There it is. It's asking.
Get back here. Get back down there.
It's screaming for help. Well, it probably wouldn't. It would just be like, what?
Hang on, let me show that.
Oh my god, why did I draw them that way?
Yes,
Oh,
they're
Lord.
down there.
Yeah. Like, I literally, like, the funny thing about them is, like, lore-wise, they're just, like, I love them because they're too stupid to live with. They have no sense of, self-preservation. So they'll just, they'll just wander everywhere. I'm like, because they don't really die conventionally, like, you can, like, run it over and it's just gonna be flat for a second and then just pop up. Or split in two and then just have two dribbles.
Oh no, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, they are very interesting. Like, every single time I tell people about them, they're like, can I have one? I'm like, what are you gonna do with it? Eat it, soda? No. Like, every
Definitely
time.
not gonna be throwing it into a cauldron or anything like that. No, I would never do it.
Yeah, of course not. With all the weird Halloween flavored one, like that I had a while ago. I was just vibing in a pumpkin or something. Oh god, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year, because I have to rig this frickin' thing. Ugh.
Oh joy.
I have to make sure it's a completely safe outfit, nothing weird.
Obviously.
Be a giant sock.
I don't want the naysayers saying anything about it.
I don't need to be like, Sylvie sus! And I'm like, god damn it, not again. Like, every fucking time.
Just have one nice thing.
Exactly. I'm like, look, you guys, I want to join the Twitter trend too. It's just, well, the booba were too small, so I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna put my head on that tiny little thing, so I decided to draw it for myself. Like, and everyone's like, wow, there, man. And I'm like, what? Everyone else is doing it. Why are you freaking out when I do it? It's 3 a.m.
Double standards. Can't believe them.
Exactly. Like, you got everybody jumping on this thing, like everybody. And I'm just like, well, I want to do it. But like, there was like one person who, like, she cracked me up because she was like, because I said the booba were small. And so she's like, if that's what small booba look like, then mine are like concave. And I'm just like, I just died. I just fucking died. And she just has like average size booba, but compared to me, it's like microscopic. So I'm just like, oh no. I'm so sorry.
I have negative booba.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh well. And then I'm just like, oh well, yeah.
I guess that's what turtle booba looks like. It just goes back in.
Exactly. And I'm just like, man, like, I don't think people have, like, I know, like, sometimes people get made fun of for being like flat, but like, I do like making fun of like people smaller than me, Hey Jan, hey Robane, how you doing? I can't read this late at night.
I don't know, Exploding. It doesn't sound sus to me.
I triple. Don't move, but there is a Puko on your lap. Puko living his best life. Look, just look at him. He's just like, the things I've seen.
Well, let me tell you, the things I've seen will make your jaw drop.
Yeah, I had to turn off like the TTS because it kept fucking up and it kept getting on my nerves. So like, Puko's just hanging out.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I'll probably, like, when I have I'm probably gonna update or upgrade to a better computer next year, and when I do that, I'll probably actually be able to like utilize that and that thing where they throw stuff at you so people can, like, I guess have better bonkmas or something.
Oh, oh, you mean tits?
Yeah, that. I keep forgetting that's what it's called because every single time it's like, hey, don't you have tits? And I look down and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I got two. What of it?
And they're like, no, the thing. I'm like, I have two things. And they're like, no, the program. I'm like, I mean, technically, they're like, no, the thing where they throw stuff at you. I'm like, oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, they kind of pretty much run the yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
It's,
wait, no, you mean the computer thing?
yeah, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I have that. I just can't use it. It literally starts like whenever something, when people start using it, then it literally starts wandering off into the distance. So you start hitting other things than me. It's very funny.
Oh my god, that's actually what's going on. I would leave that on. Oh my god.
Like, I'm just kind of like, So just imagine people throwing mallets at me or whatever, and it literally hits like 5 feet away from me. And I'm just like, well, your aim sucks. Because then I'd have to recalibrate it, hit me again, and then it'll just start wandering over again.
Oh god.
So this is really funny about this, like,
back.
yeah, I'm just like, you know what?
I take it back. I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want that happening every time.
Yeah, I'll just wait till I can, I have, because like, I got this computer for drawing and for literally nothing else, so it's like, I can handle one thing, but you're making me do like 4 things. Pick one. And I'm like, guess I'll pick the VTuber model then.
Sammy, you gotta get better at juggling.
But it's difficult, and my arms hurt. I don't wanna. Yeah.
That's what practice is for, sis. You gotta keep it up.
I don't want to practice. I just want to cheat and automatically be good like those hentai protagonists. Wait.
Nah. Sis!
Okay, wait. Enemy protagonist! This was a mistake. I'm like, the worst thing is, it was already out of my mouth. I'm like, that is the wrong word. That is the wrong word.
I imagine that the brain must have gone right after saying that sentence. Hang on. What did I just say? Oh, shit.
Yep, and I'm just like, well, it's already out now. I keep forgetting, like my filter falls off at like 9:30.
I welcome it. You know, it's always funny when the filter falls off and then you're like, wait, I don't normally say that.
Well, like, normally I'm on someone else's stream. I'm normally on someone else's stream when the filter falls off, so I never have to deal with the consequences.
Hey, works for me.
Oh, hey! Hey, Gummy! Hello, you! A few people aren't coming in. I'm not stuck! It was an accident! It was a, what do you call it, ad lib or whatever. Hey, Linux, hello, welcome in. My filter's not broken, I just retire it at 9:30. I gotta go put it back on. So I could be my true say-so self. No, not the Ayos.
Listen. Mm-hmm. After 9:30, bras come off, okay? We all just want to unwind and relax.
This is gonna go from like an Artside chat to like the sussiest stream I'm gonna ever have.
Wait, I shouldn't be talking about my sister this way. Ignore what I'm saying. This is all very family friendly. We are the #1 rated show on Disney.
Yes. You're not gonna stay long because you're tired? Well, go to bed. It's your bedtime. Don't stay up too late.
Go to bed. I will tell you to go to bed if you're still sleeping.
Eat. No. Don't worry, Gummy. I will say so for you. I want to make sure that you were safe. Platonically.
I don't know. This is like PG-13 with the 1 fuck allowance.
The 1 fuck allowance. You drew yourself as a cinnamon roll. That's conflicting because that. Wait, as like a sentient cinnamon roll or like a regular cinnamon roll? Because one of those is an abomination, and I can't eat it. I need to know.
I might eat it still.
I do love Disney's Hercules. That's actually my favorite Disney movie. It's like my favorite one. Because I like the music.
I often dream of a far-off place where great warm fucking will be waiting for me.
Oh god. I do like to eat people. I just don't like. I don't want to eat sentient food. Like, one of my best friends is a freaking sentient dinner roll. I can't eat him. It's weird.
Oh no, can't do that.
It feels like cannibalism. You know? I just can't do it. Alright, there we go. Oh my god. That emote's so cute. It's so round. It's adorable. But he won't let me eat him because he's being mean to me. Like, I'm just like, Lyrico, let me eat you, and he's just like, no. And I'm like, damn. Sadness. Yes, me eating sentient food is cannibalism. I know it's hard for you to comprehend.
She is an eldritch dragon disguised as a cinnamon roll. What is there to figure out?
The little hot dog is like my favorite thing. Yeah. Well, like, honestly, Gummy, that's like, I don't know, that's kind of tempting there, because, like, you're not really a hot dog. You're just a dude in a hot dog costume. But I also respect you, so I can't eat you either, because you didn't want me to do it. If you ever change your mind, let me know.
I mean, we can do it. The hot dog suit has to stay on, though.
Wait, what do you mean I'm sentient food? I'm not food. You can't eat me. Your stomach can't handle me. Lyrico, just let me eat you once. You'll be fine. It builds character.
Builds character.
Like, look, just because I eat you doesn't mean you'll die. We've been over this. No one dies when I eat them, except for the one that does, but that's because he was a dick. But everyone else is fine, you know? You know, even if I I just unironically love the hot dog costume. It's like my favorite thing. He just looks so cool in it. I'm weird. I fully understand that I am very weird. I don't think you need it.
You always welcome it.
Honestly, Linux, it depends. It depends on how sleepy I am. Fine, fine, Lyrico. I will not be eating you, but I will occasionally turn you to a flashlight. So there.
For everybody at home, yes, you did hear flashlight, nothing else.
Yes, flashlight with an A. Yeah, with an A. I got him.
Exactly. Remember, we are family friendly. Wait, no, wait, hang on.
I mean, I'm family friendly.
Remember, we are all family friendly here on Disney's most popular channel.
Oh yeah, I did make Goodbye Mode. That was so cute. I love Goodbye Mode. It's like my favorite thing. That's so great. Yes, flashlight. Lurko, don't cough. It'll give people the wrong idea that I totally don't call you the other thing. Anyway. Yes, it depends on how I feel in my gut. Put those AOs away. I mean, I don't know, Twitch could be owned by Disney. We don't know. You make sure you're a bitter cinnamon roll. Oh my god, if it was, or if like, I think if Twitch was owned by Disney, it would have a different color scheme somehow. Like, even though the purple's iconic, they'd probably find a way to mess with it. Yes, good. You're gonna call it here?
Probably would.
Yeah. Okay, Jack, you have a very good night, okay? Sweet dreams, and don't do anything weird, or else I'll know about it. Anyway.
Yes, I will tell my sister if you did anything weird.
Exactly. You'll report to me, and then I'll judge you. Silently.
Very silently.
Oh my god. Man, I'm so close to, like, this, like, milestone thing where I'm just... Like, I actually kind of forgot. Technically, like, the nightgown thing is actually supposed to just be whenever. But, like, I'm supposed to stream it for, I guess, I don't know, 6 hours or something when I reach, like, 5,000, but I decided to just start wearing it at 5,000. Don't worry, I'm fully clothed. I have a robe on. Like, I have a robe on. It's fine. I have the robe of censorship. I'm not going to take it off during stream. Even though it can come off, but that's beside the point. The point is, it will not come off. Because I have a bad habit of making everything in layers, where I'm just like, alright, I'll just make this come off. And I'm like, why do I keep doing that? Like, even like when I was a PNG tuber, I did the same thing. I had like 3 layers, and then I'll be like, alright, everybody. After the first layer, after the first hour, the first layer comes off. After the 2 hours, the second layer comes off, because that's when, like, no one cares anymore. It was so funny. It was so funny. Let's see, if you are supporting me, do you have corporate backing? Yeah, of course you do. Use it wisely, or corruptively, I don't care.
Yeah, and you got the 401k if you've been here for a year.
Mm-hmm. He's like an independent contractor kind of, so he kind of works for me, but he kind of don't. Basically, I just kind of, you know, just want to have him into my territory for no reason. Platonically. Yep.
Very platonically.
Yes, very platonically. Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Despite what you guys are saying, I am using that word right. You're like,
not questioning if we're using correct terminology. Don't be pedantic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm using that right.
Yes. Wait, is that the right word? Pedantic?
Is that?
I know phonetic.
Fuck words.
Words are difficult, man. It's like,
don't be phonetic.
Yeah, don't be. I was supposed to say, like, what kind of weird emote is that? I thought it was a little wiggly hot dog, but apparently it's like that red-skinned lady. Matilda?
Matilda?
No, I don't know. What's her name? Does the thing tell me? Does the little emote tell me?
The tiefling.
Yeah, Melissa.
Tiefling Melissa, yes.
My God, I was way off. Like, unfortunately.
Wait. Red. Hang on.
Like, I'm just like, it's M something. Matilda sounds like it would be a person's name.
Hey, have you heard of that really popular red streamer, Matilda?
I'm thinking about the freaking movie and the novel with the little girl with the telekinesis. Don't tell her! No! Don't. Like, I think I only kind of potentially maybe like met her once when I rated her, but I am invisible to her, and let me keep it that way. I want to keep a low profile. I am a tiny account, let me stay that way.
Which means it's perfectly fine. Go do it. Do it.
No! No! You're pretty number. M something Metallica! Oh my God, I was like, because I spent a ton of time on Twitter, and I'm like, yes, you want to know the inner Machiavellians of my mind. They're like, the inner what? I like inner Machiavellians. He's like, how do you misspell a word so badly you have another word? I'm like, is that not the word? He's like, it's machinations. I'm like, oh crap, oh damn, that is a good word.
At least buy me a drink before you start throwing philosophy terms out there.
No, Gummy, it's okay. I am small. I'm like mid-small, I think. I tried to map it out the other day. Like, I'm not like itty bitty, but I'm still technically on the smaller end, but I'm like medium small, I think. Yeah. Wait, don't tell us there either! Stop tattling on me, you little individuals! Zero will actually come after me.
Listen, as her big brother, I will always look out for her well-being and make sure that she is well taken care of.
Yeah.
Guys, go do it. Go do it. Go.
No, the truth doesn't need to. No. Did you call me a medium rare veto? I'm not a steak. I didn't, like, unfortunately, I have mental Photoshop, so I did instantly see myself Photoshopped onto a steak. It was very funny.
Yes, let's get the steak photo in here.
I care for you too, Carter, but you don't have to tattle on me. I've been doing pretty good being, like, invisible to bigger VTubers. I've been doing really good about that. Like, I was, like, talking to my roommate, and I had this gif of, like, this mascot character. Like, you know when they wear the big old plushy mascot costumes? Well, this mascot was running through, like, some type of minefield or something where stuff was just blowing up and, like, me avoiding bigger VTubers. I'm like, no! I must stay stealthy! Like, just me, like... Because I only talked to, like, 2? Kinda. Well, one actually talked to me, the other one just kind of acknowledges my existence for some reason. Because, like, when I go into people's chats and stuff, I don't tell them I'm a VT, but that's also why I refuse to put VT in my name. So I'm like, no, I don't want people to know.
That makes sense.
Because I know everyone else does, like, VT, VA, I don't know, TV or whatever.
TV, for some reason.
You'll try to talk to them, but you're scared. But Gummy, you're the best, though. You're my Oshi. You're the best guy ever. You should do it. Talk to everyone. Let them join the fan club. Join Gummy's fan club. Yes, I must stay stealthy. I gotta be staying stealthy because I'm paranoid. Because I'm like, man, I'm scared. Bigger VTubers scare me. Like, they terrify me. I'm just like, because they always just kind of expect you to like know how to be a big VTuber too, and I'm like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know how to do anything. Like, I can't even play normal games or anything. So they'll be like, hey, what kind of games do you play? And I'm like, solitaire. And then they'll just never say anything to me ever again.
My sis, the epic gamer.
Like, I'm just like, it is sad though, because I've talked about it before, like why I can't play games. A lot of people think it's just like a choice. I'm like, no. I try, but like, my hands are made for drawing. They're not made for literally anything else. It is very sad. Because like, I'll be like, man, my reaction time sure is crap. But I am the top solitaire player on Twitch.
Ah.
By default. Because there's like 5 people and I'm the top one. Like.
Right, so. Just made medium rare semi, so that's all good. Just gonna throw that into your Discord server real quick.
I need more memes. Oh my god. Maybe we shouldn't be scared to Photoshop me into stupid things. As long as it's not lewd, I'm fine. Yes! Wait, let me go see it. I want to see it. Go take a look. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Wait, where'd you put it?
I put it in art. Why? Where else would I put it?
Well, it's either that or memes. Either one's fine. I am just on the stage. Oh my god! I'm just straight up like just on the steak, man. So great.
Oh, medium rare.
Yeah, man, I want some steak now. Alas, I cannot afford steak right now. I will next week. It's gonna be so good. It's not cooking my steak.
Needs to be thick and juicy.
Yeah, give it great. Like, okay, so I like it was a couple of like weeks ago, but I had some big money, right? So I went to my local store.
Ooh, yes.
And I'm like, oh shit, they got Wagyu here. Well, now's the time.
Ooh.
So I'm like, yes, I would like this, please. And so the guy, like, you know, he wraps up for me. He's just like, hey, you want to get like a lobster tail with that? I'm like, what? He's just like, I mean, you know, you got the steak, and I know you're not gonna just have it by yourself, right? And I'm just like, he's like, you're not gonna have this poor, lonely, delicious, expensive steak by itself. You gotta go all out. You gotta dress this up. You gotta get some butter. You gotta get like a lobster tail. You know, gotta get some shrimp on there. And I'm just like, oh my god, you're right.
Not the man talking you into getting a lobster tail.
Look, I ended up buying like a good, like, you know, $100 worth of food for this fucking dinner. But you know what? That was the best dinner I ever made, though. It was so good. Like, I literally just made this entire tricked out thing. I had like candles because I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna have candles. I'm gonna have some nice music, which by nice music I mean Vocaloid music. And I was just having a time. Made my own, like, I made some whipped mashed potatoes and like some shrimp, some like special, like some special sauce I learned at Applebee's. Like,
oh, love it.
I just made all that.
Fail, though.
I'm just like, now whenever I go to the store, I'm just like, that guy right there.
That guy gets me.
Thank you very much for lurking, Gubby. Thank you so much for stopping by. We should do stuff. Yes. I'm just really shit at asking for collabs. I don't want to ask for a collab, though.
If we just do this all the time, I'll be golden. Just having a good time is always great for me.
I'm always happy to chat, to be quite honest. Like, like I actually just like talking to people, but I always feel like that's boring. I'm like, man, can we just sit and talk about random crap?
I love talking about random crap. That's the best shit ever.
Yeah. Hello, hey Yusuf, hello, hello. But yeah, I just like, man, I just want to like chat and hang out or whatever, and not have to worry about like, you know, stupid crap. Meh.
Yeah, stupid crap, like doing stuff. I hate doing stuff.
Exactly. I just want to vibe, man. I just want to vibe. Because right now I'm obsessed with taxes and I hate it. Like, no, like, okay, so, I feel weird using the word hyperfixation, but that's technically what I keep doing. You know, I need to go and get diagnosed.
It's definitely obsession then.
Yeah, because, like, I'm like, oh, well, since my taxes are kind of tied up this year, I'm going to learn more about taxes because I make just enough money to be annoying when it comes to my side projects.
Fair enough.
So I'm just like, oh, wait, so I could do write-offs? Like, how do I do it? They're like, ah, yes, you know what you, like, and they were talking, like, I was watching some videos about it. And I was just like, oh no. I find this interesting. I'm using Excel again because, okay, unlike some people, I actually authentically I like using Excel or Excel adjacent programs. So Google Sheets.
You love spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheets. I hate that I love spreadsheets because that means I'm a nerd. But like, I authentically use them every day for everything. Like, I use them at work.
I'm gonna be real with you, sis. I love spreadsheets too.
They just make things so much easier.
It's so much easier to keep track of everything.
Like, I'm literally like organizing all my expenses so far this month because I only have to worry about like 3 months so far, so I'm off to a really great start, so I can write them off on my taxes. And I'm just like, man, the IRS is not going to be ready for me to be a fucking menace. Like, well, because like since most of my quote-unquote business is actually art-based, I'm like, wait, I can write off my sketchbooks.
Yes,
oh god,
you can.
They can't stop me
But
now.
Wait, there's more. You can also write off all your gas expenditure.
Yeah. Like, it's very interesting what I'm actually able to write off, just because most of the stuff I use is literally just off my computer, like which people don't realize that you can actually write off like your models and stuff for like VTubing and stuff if you like. Actually, like, you don't have to be profitable as long as you earn money from it. Like, you can actually write those things off. And I'm like, well, I made my own model, but I can write off the program I used to rig that model. Apples.
Exactly, and that's where all the money comes in.
Yeah, if I paid for Clip Studio, because right now I still have the grandfathered version of Clip Studio, but if I didn't, I'd probably write that off too. It'd be hilarious. But yeah, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna just be a freaking menace.
Man, if I could do compilations as a tax write-off, I would be doing them so much more, except for the one I did the first year I started VTubing.
Yeah. Hey, Vashti, hello, no. Apples. Like, yes, I would like, that's the reason, that's actually why I don't want people to buy me the Mentos drinks. I want to buy them myself and then write them off of my taxes. Because I'm gonna use them for content. I'm like, they're like, you put it on. I'm like, no, I have a plan. Because I am gonna buy those Mentos drinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Eldritch Dragon mob boss at her finest.
Oh, you're drawing us together. Ooh, that'll be cute. I can't wait to see that. And thank you for popping by, Vashi. And she just like runs away. I just meant she like does the speed walk. She's so cute.
It's a drive-by high.
Yeah. I pretty much do that all the time. Well, exactly. Like, well, no, like I'll literally just be like, I always feel guilty doing that. So what I'll do is I'll literally just lurk somewhere for like 2 hours and then just dip out and never say anything. Like, some people, like, I'll redeem something for, like, you know, 10,000 channel points. They'll be like, what the fuck? They're like, I'm like, I literally lurk every single stream. What do you want me to say? Like, I do that constantly. Like, I do that to, like, triple all the time. I have almost, like, 24,000 channel points in his. Because I just lurk all the Triple J, he's like one of my little brothers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's a DNA VTuber. He's about to go live 2D.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, see, there he is. Look at him. Look at him right there. He's being adorable. Well, you can't see his, like, fucking hair. But there he is. You know what his favorite thing is, though?
Oh my god, so much hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna have more hair. But like his favorite thing, is being butted. That is his favorite thing in the entire world. Isn't that right, Trouble? You like being butted? Is your favorite thing? Yeah, don't bug me. Hi, my crew. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in.
Fun Bun, hey, welcome. How's your night going?
Triple, what are you talking about? You love being butted. It's your favorite thing. That's why they call you Triple Buttered Buns. Yep, because he likes it. That's totally his thing. Look, I didn't choose that name, man. That's what he ended up being called.
Hey, if it happens naturally, who am I to argue?
Just like it's your own fault, buddy. Like, if I have to have weird memeing stuff associated with me, so do you. Which, in my opinion, I think he has like a good thing.
Who's this beautiful looking person? Oh, this is my sister. This is Senemi Enigma. She is an Eldritch Dragon mob boss. She's running her own mafia, and she is the best businesswoman I have ever met.
Yeah. I do business.
Especially taking Mentos and cola and writing it off as a tax.
That's gonna be so funny. I'm like, y'all, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna get as much Mentos and like Mentos drinks. Sir, what am I doing about bonking me? Aren't you like, I don't know, sleeping or some shit?
Why ain't you sleeping?
He comes here just to fuck. Stop! Oh, I see how. Yo, I swear to God.
Oh my God! Not the boss ass! I swear to God.
You know what? I'm getting the butter out. Come here. Come here. You're getting buttered. Where'd my butter go? Shenanigans. Here we go. Found it. Take this, all of you, you freaking monsters! You don't know butter me. Take this. Well, I mean, since you're here, you can get butter too. One second.
Don't you butter up your chat.
Look, they like it. It's fine. It's fine. Stop blocking me. Oh my God. Butter. Butter. Anyway.
I should really just get rid of this cage at some point. I have no reason for this cage.
What cage? What?
Oh, what cage? No cage. Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
I'm like, should I like look at your like channel, see what weirdness you got going on? Why would you cheese my tail? Ew, that's not sanitary. Don't do that. That's weird. It was that.
I said nothing about a cage though. You have no proof.
You're being a susaroni over there.
I'm not a susaroni.
You're being a susaroni.
Oh my! What do you mean? What do you call me susaroni? What do I look like? A pizza topping?
Yeah, I mean you could. I don't know if you're like, you know, glitter sparkle pizza or some shit.
Shut up, sis.
No, you can't let me do nothing.
That being said, susaroni sounds like some kind of extra spicy pepperoni, but you don't know the varying levels of pepperoni of spice it has within it.
Yeah. Oh my God! Speaking of like, funny enough, like the butter thing, because okay, so I've read The Handmaid's Tale, right? I've read The Handmaid's Tale and its sequel. The sequel is better except for the last like 1/4 of it, but whatever. No one reads the second one except for me. So, in the Handmaid's Tale 1, which I actually authentically do not like that, just because the obsession people have with that book is very creepy and weird, but whatever, the TV show lies. They have this thing where the handmaids are literally just there for babies. They are not there not to take care of the babies, but just to have them. That is all they do. For some fucking reason, they're like, they're actually not allowed to use any type of beauty products, so no, like, you know, makeup, no, stop bonking me. No makeup, no lotion, no none of that. So for some gosh daggone reason, they butter their skin in secret, like it's some type of holy prayer. They'll literally just steal butter and like start just buttering their face for moisturizer. Like in the context of the book, they make it sound like they have like this weird little prayer. I can't remember what it is, but they literally like the handmaids literally made up this prayer of like buttering their skin, and it was so freaking weird.
They have a butter ritual.
They have a butter ritual. So I'm reading this book like I'm like listening to this book on like the bus, and I'm just like, and I literally am just like, you gotta be kidding me. This serious book about a dystopia where women are basically enslaved to random jobs, and you guys are buttering yourselves.
Wait, sorry, what's this clip? What's this clip you posting here, Bun? Hang on, what is this?
Oh no! Also, thank you for the care combo. I stretch. I don't know where my spine went. Whatever. Wait, do I have tea still? I do. I can drink that.
Not calling me out on having a cage.
Oh no. I mean, I have a cage too. I just don't use it right now. Because everyone's been behaved, but I'm gonna start pinning chat in horny jail if they don't keep being weird at me. I will put you guys in horny jail. I will do it. Butter your breeding, like it.
Butter your breeding.
Yeah, but they do it to themselves because they're not allowed to do any type of beauty rituals. So they're not allowed to like put on moisturizer or whatever. They're just allowed to like wash their face or whatever. But they're like, I want, even though I'm in a horrible situation where I'm literally just like, you know, basically just here to have children because they don't believe in artificial insemination, because of course they don't, you know. But I don't want to have clammy skin. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, Gilead is a Gilead is a stupid dystopia. It is, I'm like, because I actually sat like with my roommate being like, okay, if the world went to crap, what horrifying job would I want to do in Gilead? Now I know for a fact. Now the TV show, the TV show actually kind of ignores a really big glaring thing, because Gilead is an ethno state. Like,
oh,
it is. It's a straight up ethno state.
Oh,
yeah. But the TV show's like, we're just gonna ignore that and pretend that everybody's shitty. But I was like, okay, so if it was not an ethno state, and I definitely don't want to be a handmaid because they are the dumbest class. I'm sorry, they are. Like, the Handmaid's Tale, like Offred or whatever, she tries to make it sound like, oh yeah, we're so important. Man, they got the shittiest job. They literally just, you're trapped in a room until your boss is like, okay, let's get this done, and my wife's here too, I guess. Like, that's how, they literally make it sound like work. And it's like stupid. So I'm like, if I was gonna be in this,
consider it. Oh my god,
exactly.
I can't believe I'm here to do this. I guess we just get it over with.
Pretty much. Well, honestly, what I would like to be is I'd like to be a Martha, which is basically just the cooks. That's it.
Oh yes, I'd love to be a Martha.
Well, like, man, Marthas have the easiest time out of all the women people, because wives, if you're a wife, you're gonna be bored out of your mind. If you're a handmaid, you're even more bored. You gotta butter yourself to make yourself feel better. If you're a Kana wife, that's poor people, ew. I'd rather just be a Martha, because not only can you, like, leave the house, you get to cook your own food, and you don't have to butter yourself. And even if you did butter yourself, you wouldn't have to sneak it in your shoes or something. So you wouldn't have to have weird, creepy feet butter, you know? It'd be great.
Feet butter. A sentence I didn't think I'd be hearing tonight. Creepy feet butter.
I'm like one of those people who actually reads the books like they tell you to read in like high school, and I'm like, and then when they tell you to do the book report, I'll literally spend like 2 pages ranting about something that the teacher didn't care about.
Oh no, from here on out all you can think about is butter.
Butter is good for you. Apparently it's good for the skin. It puts the butter on its skin across the spells.
No.
I was like, Kirby.
Get back in the butter well.
What? Instead of lowering lotion, they just lower sticks of butter. God dang it! I'm like, if I wasn't so lazy, I would totally just Photoshop butter into Silence of the Lamb. I would do it. I would absolutely do it if I wasn't so fucking lazy. I would just be like, yeah, I know this. No one's gonna get this joke but me, but I gotta do it. You got spaghetti. Look, my obsession with butter is completely normal. No one can tell me otherwise.
Exotic butters.
Yes. But don't worry, I only use organic butter. Never mind that weird, like, and if you bring that, like, margarine bullshit anywhere near me, I will actually use my fire breath for once. I will do it. Like, ugh. Ugh.
The worst thing I've heard somebody do with butter. Wait, what have you heard people do with butter exploding? Hang on a second, let's address this.
Oh, wait, yes. Tell me your butter tales. Now? I must know.
Please, I must know more about these butter tales.
Yes. Because I was like, did you like sculpt a bad Abraham Lincoln out of yours? Because I did that with mine.
Oh my god, why did the first thing that popped into my mind is Tales from the Butterlands.
Tonight's special, Tales from the Butterlands.
Literally bought 8 pounds of butter today with a bunch of spray and a bucket of canola? What are you doing with all that? Is that for work?
What? What are you doing with this? Ugh. I need to know. like it sounds hilarious. Like, I made like an effigy of like, you know, some guy named Winston and burned it, but like, that's it.
told the checkout counter my hog was stuck in the banister.
I can't. I can't.
I fucking can't.
Okay, breathing.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Dear
okay.
Fucking god. Okay. And we bring it back.
Yes, back.
We bring it back.
Yes, indeed.
And we bring it back.
Don't worry, no, I'm still alive. I'm still good. That reminds me, I have to. Okay, so I'm like also like trying to finish Jane Austen. Jane Austen works are kind of insufferable, but I must finish them because I have to commit to the bit. But good lord!
What bit is there with Jane Austen?
No,
wait a sec.
It kind of started with Sense and Sensibility, which at this point, as shitty as all the novels are, is like the best one, even though I hate it. But it's the best one because that's my favorite character in the entire franchise, which is Lucy Steele, who's the best fucking character. But like, I wonder if like, I think Jane Austen has a weird thing for getting friend-zoned. Because she keeps doing it. Like,
how?
Okay, so her Mary Sue.
Like a curse?
No, it's just something she keeps doing to her characters. Like, as someone who writes fanfics about self-inserts, about Noe in particular, I know a self-insert when I see one, you know? And her self-insert always shows up. This self-insert is always some mild-mannered lady who never speaks her mind, but like has a strong spine or something, you know? But she's always just a pleasant girl who just never speaks her mind. That's her self-insert. This character will get friend-zoned to an absurd degree, but don't worry, she will eventually get married to the guy she likes, but it will take at least 2 years. It just happens.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, Jane. Stone cold Jane Austen. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Because every time I see this character, even if she has a different name, she'll just be like, but she's not very expressive with herself. I'm like, oh, fuck, there she is. Like, she'll just be right there. And I'm like,
Or
but,
sweet.
and I'm like, why does she keep, and she'll always be interested in like, now, sometimes she'll be interested in like a guy who has a personality, but normally she's not into a guy with a personality. Normally it's just some guy who's just boring and spends about like 70% of the book actively friend zoning her and dating another woman. You know, only for that woman to be like,
Wow.
I don't know.
Aspirations to live to.
Yeah. But don't worry, he'll just magically see that he wants to be with the other lady, the boring one, and yeah, they'll get married and have a shitty family. Yeah. You're running into my chat, I see. Like, I've read 3 books. 3 books of Jane Austen, and these things are fucking long. And I'm like, the first story was, like, I don't know, like, the second one, which is Pride and Prejudice, which is the one that everybody likes for some reason, which I think the only people who like, or the only reason I like Pride and Prejudice, I don't like Pride and Prejudice, but my favorite character is literally one of the villains. His name is Wickham. Because if he wasn't in that book, it would be way more boring. Because he's like, hey, I'm like literally the sexiest guy in this novel. I'm such a gentleman. You see that sourpuss over there who's basically gaslighting you? He's a dick. And yeah. And I'm also just really nice all the time. And the main girl, who's like Elizabeth, who's the rudest bitch on the planet, is just like, oh my god, I also hate that guy over there. This guy's so nice, and he's like the sexiest guy in the novel. And then the other guy, what's his name, Darcy? Darcy's like, even though I'm an asshole, and I did insult you to your face, and I cock-blocked your sister, I love you. And she's like, the fuck? And also that Wickham guy is a dick. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, why would I believe you? And he's like, because he tried to elope with my sister, who's like 13. And she's like, oh my god, I believe you now. Also, I'm poor and you're rich. He's like, will you marry me then? No, because I hate you. Well, fuck. So then she meets like the Wickham guy. He's just like, you know, Elizabeth, I think you're really, really hot. And she's just like, I think you're a bad person. And he's like, why? Because the guy who I hate said so. And he's like, are you kidding me? You're gonna like believe the guy who, you know, was a dick to you? Hey you, hello, are we cool? Hello. And I'm like, what? And then he's just like, okay, fine. And she's like, if you don't, like, stop talking to me, I'm gonna tell everyone that you tried to run off with a 13-year-old. And he's like, noted. Now, the thing about Wickham is that Wickham is actually a vindictive bitch, so he's just like, you know, I could just let this go. I could just stay in the military and I could be a better man. Or I could kidnap kind of another 13-year-old and just ruin this family's life. Hell yeah. He literally gets, like, this woman's dumbest sister, who's like 14. And this girl, I swear to God, I love how dumb this girl is, because she's just like, because she technically ends up with the sexiest guy in the novel. And so she literally writes away like, tee-hee, I'm running off to enough. Bye, everyone. Fuck you. You know? And then Elizabeth is like, oh my god. And then, oh yeah, and Jane's the older sister, the one who gets like cock-blocked the entire frickin' book. She's just like, because she writes to Jane, she's like, Jane's just like, I sent you a letter, but it got crossed in the mail. Our dumbest sister literally ran off with the sexiest guy in the novel, and we are going to be ruined. And she's like, well, fuck. And then Darcy in the background is just like, okay, I have a plan. I'm going to basically bribe this man into marrying this 14-year-old so the family will not be ruined, so that they will be indebted to me, and Elizabeth will have to love me. And his plan works.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, what? And I'm like, it could be one thing if maybe he didn't cock-block the sister, but he literally fully did that. He just straight up did that. He literally is just like, she's like, well, why did you do that? He's like, okay, so my best friend Bingley, who is also a rich fuck, but he's just nicer than me. fuck him. But, well, you know, you're poor. And he's like, but I'm willing to ignore that you're poor so you can marry me, but I don't want your nicer sister as a sister-in-law. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, you know, I am poor, and when my dad dies, we'll be destitute. So I guess, you did help my family out, even though you did cockblock my sister. And I myself don't want to be poor, so, yeah. And then, like, so she agrees to marry Darcy. Jane finally gets uncockblocked because the guy authentically liked her. Because he's just like, yeah, the only reason I, like, kind of ignored you is because my best friend, who's that asshole over there, said you guys are shitty. But I see that he was wrong. And, you know, even though you're poor, like, I still love you. And she's like, oh my god! And then they get married. And, like, I'm just like, the fuck is this fucking book? Like, what? And then so you literally have, and then the thing is, the funny thing is, they never got rid of Wickham. Wickham is now their brother-in-law. Dorothy is like, okay, Wickham. I hate you, and I could technically have resolved all this by just giving you a job, but I don't want to because I'm a petty bitch. I'm going to bribe you to marry this 14-year-old so that her sister will marry me because I'm an asshole. And he's just like, I mean, as long as you give me money, bro, I don't care.
For fuck's sake.
And these two, literally, Wickham and Lydia, that's the youngest sister, Wickham and Lydia literally spend the rest of their lives bumming off these two rich families. Like, they don't go away. They just stick around. Yes, Spicy Bean, 14 because it's the Victorian, or the Edwardian age, which is right after the Victorian. But I'm just like, and the thing is, Lydia never sees sense. She's like, because normally you'd think she'd be miserable because she's marrying a petty-ass man. But she's just like, tee-hee, he's the sexiest guy in this novel, and she keeps rubbing in her sister's face. She's like, yes, I might have been ruined if we didn't get married and I got pregnant, but I didn't. I got married, and that's all that matters. And, you know, since you guys are rich and all, you should totally give us more money. And then they're like, we shouldn't, but we will, because we're that rich. Like... Hi, brother type. No, this is my brother. It's Gandhi. But like,
yes, hello.
But yeah, so that's Pride and Prejudice. Like, there's other shit that goes down in it, but that's like the part that most people talk about. No one talks about anything else. No one talks about how, like, you know, Bingley's sister has a thing for Darcy, but I guess she's too rich for his taste. I don't know. You know, we don't talk about that. We don't talk, like, and I'm sitting there being like, I'm sorry. I never would have married Darcy. I don't care if he's rich. He's an asshole. Oh my god. Oh no. I actually do have a favorite character in Pride and Prejudice other than Wickham, being because his name is Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins is the best character. So he's a priest. Now this is during the time before priests had to be married. And I think he's also a Protestant priest. So it could just be a job. It was actually just a job. Now Elizabeth. Oh, there, hey there, Steffi. Hello. So, the thing is, in the beginning of the novel, the part that no one cares about, there's this girl. I forgot her name, but I've been calling her Martha. She is Elizabeth Beth's sister, or her best friend, right? This woman has been her best friend since they were children. Elizabeth's mother makes sure to basically talk shit about this woman every time she sees her. She's just like, yes, you're very lovely and all, but my daughters are way better than you, and you're actually shit. I hate you. You know, but you're our neighbor, so I have to be cordial. And she's like, yes, thank you, Miss Bennett. So Mr. Collins,
Yeah.
Mr. Collins is beautiful because when their dad dies, when Mr. Bennett dies, they will lose the house, their property, their money. They lose everything because they had no sons in their family. They had 4 girls. Only 3 of them matter. We don't care about that 4th one. And Mr. Collins literally shows up and it's just like, oh man, this sure is a great house and it will all be mine. You know, you guys don't have to be homeless if one of you hot chicks marry me. I mean, I know I'm like your cousin, but you know, this is perfectly acceptable at the time. And they're all like, ew, no, grody. And he's just like, okay, even though you guys literally don't have a better option, but sure, you know? And I love him because he literally knows they're all in a bad position, and he goes after, like, Elizabeth, the rudest one. And he literally is just like, you know what? I think you're playing hard to get. I think you like me. Because you danced with me that one time. She's like, I literally had no choice. And I was so bewildered by the one guy who was an asshole that insulted me in public that I still danced with you. I don't like you. And he's just like, I read in a book once that if women say that, they secretly want me. So yeah, I'll propose to you again. And she's just like,
yes, obviously.
And she's like, no, straight up no. He's like, okay, fine. Okay, cool. And the thing is, Mr. Collins has money. Even before he inherits their house, he's already rich. I'll say you the last Doom King. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm Elder Dragon Mom Boss. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Hope you're having a wonderful day. But like, so this guy already has money. So that's why I'm like, Elizabeth, you're an idiot. Like, bruh. So he's like, wait. He's like, wait. Okay, so these 4 chicks over here are obviously too snobby for me. I'm gonna kick them out anyway. But one of them had a friend who is slightly less hot and more desperate. I'm gonna go marry her. And she's just like, oh, thank God, yes. Like,
yes, I have to go for the desperate ones.
He doesn't love him, but you know what? She's not gonna be destitute. So she literally marries this guy, and then now the thing that got me is like, Elizabeth turned this man down. Then she hears that her best friend, Charlotte, her name's Charlotte. She's like, Charlotte, you're marrying that guy over there? Our cousin? The guy who just proposed to me? And she's like, yes. I mean, why though? Like, you're not even that good looking. You're kind of frumpy. Why would he choose you? And also, he's kind of insufferable. And she's like, Elizabeth, my dear best friend, because I literally can't do better. I don't want to be destitute. And she's like, I see. I understand. I guess we're just not going to be as close friends anymore. I'm like, like, home? Of course she ends up with Darcy. But like, Darcy comes with, he's an asshole, cock-blocked their sister, hates her parents, his aunt, who's the one who's basically going to be responsible for them actually even being rich in the first place, actively hates her. And like, so I'm like, and knowing how Victorians work, she thinks that she'll be rich enough to be able to ignore this woman. She's not. She's gonna have to deal with this woman every day. This woman who's like, I don't like you because you're poor. And I don't know why my nephew wants to marry you. He's being stupid. And he's like, I know I'm being stupid, auntie, but I must have her. Like, and I'm just like, this book is so stupid. Like, why do people keep reading this? Like, why? Like, at least in Sense and Sensibility, that was a much shorter, better story, you know? Like, that story is literally like, you have, like, again, because apparently Jane Austen just has a kink for poor people, I guess, where they're like, oh, yes, we're a well-to-do family. Oh, no, we're gonna be destitute, or we are destitute. And, like, because in Sense and Sensibility, like, they, like, they're like, okay, so they get kicked out of their home by their stepbrother. Because he's like, I know Dad's dead and all, and I should take care of his family, but his wife's like, do you have to, though? And he's like, yeah, you're right, I don't have to, bye. So he just kicks them out. And they're like, oh no, we're destitute, we have nowhere to live. We're gonna go live in this shack. We're gonna go live in this shack in the woods on this random guy's property who's a friend of, like, somebody, I don't know. The shack is like a fucking straight up little mini mansion. They still get like 2 servants, and they're like, oh, the 2 servants. And I'm like, oh, fucking rich, whatever, you know.
Oh, fuckers.
And then like, and I'm sorry, they never spend no goddamn money in this entire novel. So what are they complaining about? Like, they literally live on in the backyard of some rich dude who's just like, oh, pish posh, you should totally come to my mansion and eat fancy breakfast because, you know, I just like seeing pretty women. I mean, I have a wife and all, but screw her. I want to see you lovely young ladies at my house, you know? And like, I'm like, what? Man, and then they're like, these girls are like, oh, but we're poor, and I'm like, you guys aren't even fucking doing anything. Like, they spend the entire novel just being beautiful and sulking about being poor, but they aren't actually poor. Like, it's like you have a millionaire uncle that spoils you all the time and literally even lets you have your own house, like, on his property that you don't have to pay bills for. Like, the only quote-unquote villain of this fucking story is just Wickham prototype named Willoughby. I love him because Willoughby's like, he's like, cause there's two girls in this. There's a third girl, but we ignore her. But there's two girls. And one of them is the Mary Sue, who's just like, yeah, she's not very expressive, and she just sits in the corner waiting for her boo to, like, acknowledge her feelings. And then you got the other one, Marianne. Marianne is like, I don't want to go marry some man who's literally old enough to be my dad, even though he's weirdly interested in me because I'm, like, 15. I want romance. I want excitement. I want someone, you know, at least within 5 years of my age. You got this old guy being like, we don't mesh very well, but you are pretty. And she's like, ew, no,
yes,
Brody.
Yes, you are quite beautiful for your age.
And I'm just like, ew. Like, I'm like, okay, Marianne, I'm with you on this. Then, like, like, her sister, who we ignore, only has one purpose in the entire novel. Just one. Her purpose is to literally be the person who walks with her sister before it rains, leaving her sister to die when her sister trips, so Willoughby can pick her up and take her to the house. That is the only reason her character exists. I kid you not. The dog could have done this. They have a dog, but whatever. And then, like, she literally has, like, you literally see the sparkles when this guy shows up. He's like, he's handsome, he's young, he has a dog or something, I don't know. But he picks her up and he's just like, you know, don't worry, milady, I will get you. Where do you live at? And she's like, over there. And he's just like, all right, I will take you over there. She's like, oh my god, this is so romantic. And then he's just like, well, you sure are a hot 15-year-old, so let's court, you know? And then and then she's just like, this is so exciting. Look at this whirlwind romance. But he, like, spends, like, half a novel just, like, okay, I did fanfic this thing where I literally made it that he was actually interested in her sister because, like, Marianne's kind of stupid. You know? Hello. But, like, because he literally spends half the novel just talking to her instead, but whatever. And, like, so what ends up happening is just, like, because Marianne's like, oh my god, he's rich! And she's like, we're gonna totally get married! Because apparently if you talk to each other long enough, people just assume you're married, I guess. I don't know. Or you're getting engaged. And then he's like, alas, I must go to town. And by town, I mean London. I don't know when I'll be back. And she's just like, okay. So he leaves, and she's crying. And I'm like, oh no, now they can't see her rich boyfriend anymore. Oh no. Now she's gonna have to go get a real job or something.
Oh, no.
And then like the fucking colonel dude, who I thought was gonna end up with like the Mary Sue girl, but apparently he's just this random dude over there. He's just like, I too must go to town, bye. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then like the rich couple that they live in the yard of is like, you know what? We're rich, we're bored. Would you like to come to London with us? And they're like, Lasai, we're poor. They're like, man, whatever, let's go. You know? So they go to town, and then Marianne's just like, wait, we're in London. That means Willoughby's here. I'm gonna send him a letter because I know what his address is. And he just ignores her. And she's like, that's weird. You know? I'm just like, ma'am. I don't think he likes you. Then she doesn't take the hint, so they go to a party, you know, or they go out for a date, and then they come back. She gets a card from Willoughby because that's what you do in Victorian times, is just leave a card there, you know. And like, she's just like, oh, he's been here. Oh no, but I missed him. Let's sigh. And her sister's like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of sus, Chief. She's just like, I think he's just being silly. Tee-hee. So they go to a party. Now, she goes to this party, and everyone's like, oh, yes, 15-year-old Marianne, you're the belle of the ball. We all want to dance. And she's like, but I don't have eyes for Willoughby. And then Willoughby's just like hanging out with like this ugly bitch, you know? And then she's just like, Willoughby, there you are. And he's just like, hello there, ma'am, that I've never met before. She's like, well, what? He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Goodbye. She's like, oh my goodness, he's ignoring me. And I'm like, duh. So we're like, she's crying. She starts dying from plotitis, you know, and then like what ends up happening? Stupid shit happens, and then like, because Eleanor, who's the Mary Sue girl, she goes to this stupid little maneuver that I don't care about, and like where she's like, the guy she loves is engaged to another person that no one cares about. I don't care. Like, I mean, I like her because her name's like Lucy Steele. And she's like the best character in the novel. She is an actual poor person. Like, she got no money. She got no money, no connections.
Yeah.
She is literally starting from zero, and she literally finds a way to just get in the same circle of these actual rich people. You know? I love her. So
damn, kudos to her.
Yeah, like she actually ends up really good by the end of the novel. And like, so Eleanor's just like, I don't know. And then like, the Colonel guy's just like, oh, by the way, I have to tell you the true relevancy of me in this novel. And she's just like, what would that be? Okay, so it turns out that Willoughby is an asshole because he, like, okay, so let me tell you my tragic backstory at him. I fell in love with a woman. She's like, but that woman married my brother, who is an asshole. She's like, and so she, like, died. And she's like, okay, but she had a daughter. But, like, she died of, like, syphilis or something because she ran away and became a sex worker. I'm like, what? So she ran away, became a sex worker, had a child. I found this child, and I decided I was going to raise this child in a non-creepy way to replace her mom. I was not going to do that. I was going to raise her like a normal person. And like, I'm just like, but then she ran away because Willoughby did talk to her. I don't know how he found her, but he did. And so they ran away, but Willoughby is a scoundrel that impregnated her and left her in a workhouse or something. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh. I'm like, oh. Cool. Okay. I getcha. Scoundrel. All right. He's like, and so that's why I left that one party. Is that I went to go get her because we finally found her, and her baby are now at my house. I'm totally not going to do the exact same thing I did last time. I'm like,
oh, definitely wouldn't.
There's something happening there, but okay. And she's like, okay, yeah, he's a bad guy. And then so she's like, I should probably tell Marianne. And Marianne's like, I'm dying from plot. And she's like, maybe I shouldn't.
Tichu, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Dream Realm.
Ooh.
Please be sure to get plenty of sleep. Otherwise, I will eat all of your hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Stop bugging me! Anyway, so long story short, they go away from London because Marianne's dying of depression or something. She spends like a good 30 chapters just on her bed dying. Eleanor's like,
hashtag relatable.
Eleanor's like, oh no, my sister's dying. And I'm thinking, ooh, what if she does die? If she dies, then that means everything will be yours, Eleanor. You will have everything you ever wanted. A man that tolerates you and is not going to friend zone you. Money, riches, your mom will probably die of something, who cares? You could just let her die. Let her die. But then she, like, doesn't. She just doesn't die. And then Willoughby shows up. Willoughby shows up while Marianne's like not in the middle of dying of depression. He shows up, he's just like, so Eleanor, I know you think I'm an asshole and everything. I am an asshole, but I need to explain my tragic backstory. She's just like, okay. And I'm like, why are y'all just talking to her? Like, like, Eleanor, why are you the holder of the exposition? You know? And like, so Willoughby's like, okay, so like, I am attracted to your sister and all because, you know, she is a literal teenager, but, you know, like, I don't have money yet, and I'm in debt, and I'm a scoundrel, and I also like having sex, but I never had sex with your sister because she's, you know, it just felt a little too uncomfortable. We just held hands though, but it felt wrong, so I kind of accidentally like friend-zoned your sister, but like, the thing is I found someone else to marry because, well, she's ugly, but she's also rich. And I prefer being rich over being poor. Can you ever forgive me? And she's like, no. She's
like, surely you understand it's better to be rich than poor.
and she's like, no. He's like, I see, I understand. Well, I'm gonna go marry my rich but ugly wife. Goodbye. Farewell. I'm like,
yes.
What?
Peace, and then just disappears.
Yeah, he just disappears, and the narrative tries to make it sound like he's miserable for the rest of his days, but I'm like, bro, he's rich. In like Edwardian England, he's not gonna be miserable. His wife never leaves the house. Like, bro. But don't worry, it's a happy end for Eleanor, because the guy that friend-zoned her the entire novel just randomly marries her, I guess. But he's also,
sees through all of the friend zone.
Well, the funny thing is, though, she still ends up worse for wear, because this guy gets disowned by his mom that hates him, has to work as a pastor, and, like, you know, just has a shitty life. But she's like, but I love him. I'll be poor, but I love him. And I'm like, good for you. And then Marianne's like, well, I can't marry that hot guy anymore because he was a scoundrel. Never found out what his deal was, though. And then the colonel's like, hello, I am rich. I may be boring, but I'm also rich. And she's like, you know, I'd rather be rich than poor. So sure, old man, let's get it on. That's basically Sense and Sensibility.
Jesus.
Like, more stuff happens, but that's the main meat of it. Like, and these are Jane Austen novels. Like, these are the most known ones that she has. I'm trying to get through Mansfield Park. That is so far the stupidest novel I've read so far. My favorite part of this fucking novel was the main character breaking down in tears because her, like, uncle was just yelling at her for being an ingrate. Like, that was the funniest shit to me, where he's just like, I went through, like, you are literally a burden upon me, young lady, and you don't have the decency to say yes to this random guy wanting to marry you. This guy is rich, he can finally take you off my hands, and you, who have just been a blight upon my house, say no to him? And I'm like laughing because she's crying and sobbing. She's like, I'll be miserable with him sad. He's like, I don't care. It's like, this young man has been nothing but cordial to you, has been an utter gentleman, and you're just being a bitch. And I just straight up laugh for like 5, like, I should be, like, I know I'm supposed to empathize with this girl, but I kid you not, just listening to this man yell at her for being an ingrate is funny as shit. Cause
I'll say this right now. I have not had any interest in Pride or Prejudice or any other Jane Austen novels, but this is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
I'm like, I know this is, I'm not the target audience by any means, but like, I do this sometimes, so I'll just read, like, you know, quote unquote classic fiction. You know, that's definitely not geared towards me, just to make fun of it. That's why I make fun of H.P. Lovecraft so much. But like, I'm like,
oh my god.
But yeah, I've never actually read Pride and Prejudice or anything like that. It was like, you know, when you're in school, they don't have you read the novel; they just have the textbook where they just have a little excerpt or whatever. You know?
Yes.
But every once in a while, I'll just read a classic book, and I'll just be like. And like, that's why, like, whenever I did a book report, I was a nightmare, because I'll literally, the way I'm talking about this right now is how I'll actually talk about it in a book report, you know? And they'll be like,
that's beautiful.
Like, did you really spend the entire, like, time, like, 'cause it was like, I remember I did a book report for, like, The Crucible or something, or, yeah, was it The Crucible?
Oh, no.
So I did, like, that's one of the witch trials or whatever, so, like, yeah. I did a report for The Crucible, and I spent the entire time being like, you know, technically, this was all this one girl's fault. Like, well, no, I said it wasn't her fault because this is technically statutory. So she's actually cannot consent. So technically, this guy's over here's fault. He should have known better. He's the adult in this situation. And I'm like,
another report with that, you know, technically.
The one who should be responsible is this one weird jerk over here who's trying to groom a child.
What a freaking pervert.
And the one thing is, I knew when my teacher got to my book report because he's like just looking him over on his desk, and then you just see him pick it up, start to read. The brows start to furrow, and they just slowly puts it down, just looks at me.
Like, just, Sammy, did you read the book?
I'm like, of course I did. Like, it's because he knew I read the book because of all the detail I put into it. But I had like 20 pages of nonsense. And I'm like, did you know it takes this many rocks to kill a man? So it took him like 3 days to die. Like, but in the book, this happened in like an hour, man. Like that, but that's not the amount of stones they put on. They either should have put more stones, or like, you know, actually wrote about a longer period of time. And then my teacher's just like, that is not the point of the novel. It's about communism, and I'm like, Stalin wasn't in this book, sir.
Sir, we are not talking about Soviet Russia here.
And like my teacher's just like, because like dealing with me is like they have to kind of like tell me what the point should be, and I'll be able to focus. But if they literally leave it up to me, I will write, like, I kid you not, a 30-page paper on like the butter thing from like
the most off the rails shit about it.
Exactly, like what was another thing I was like reading that I like, okay, so like there's this one series I'm still obsessed with it, like because like my roommate's like obsessed with Doom, but I'm obsessed with this goddamn like Flowers in the Attic series. Like I have a problem, you know, because most people only read the first book, if any. Yeah, it's the one where you literally had like the 4 kids locked in the attic while their mom was just like, you know, well, like it's like everyone just knows it for the incest, but like there's more to the novel than that, you know. But like I'm obsessed with that series because most people don't realize that the book actually has an entire series instead of just 1 volume. So like I'm obsessed with that book because it's very stupid. It's very stupid. Like the main character is insufferable. She spends the entire series justifying her shitty actions because she hates her mom because her mom married her dad. And I'm like, oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I love her mom because her mom's too stupid to live. Like she's just
to breathe?
Like her mom is a freaking bimbo, straight up bimbo.
Oh, Jesus.
Like she, like my favorite, like me and the roommate will like laugh about it. It's like whenever something happens, her name's like Kathy, but whenever something happens to Kathy, she's like, damn you, mama. And I'm like, your mom's been dead for like 10 years. How is this still her fault? Like, Kathy's freaking nuts. Now, to be fair, like, she was put in a really bad situation, being locked in an attic and whatnot. But, like, she's just insufferable after her mom dies. Because she's just, like, she spends the entire series, like, just being a self-absorbed little dick. And, like, and again, most people, I'm not the target audience for this. At all. Like, there's, like, only 1 black character in the entire goddamn, like the entire series. And she's a maid, you know? Like, her name is Henny, because of course I'd remember her name. But, like, but she's also, like, mute, so, you know. But, like, but the entire novel is just from and this is actually the first time I've actually read a book that had an unreliable narrator in it. Funny enough.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah, like, because unreliable narrators are actually really hard to spot, because you're kind of always led to believe that whatever the narrator says is going to be true. But in this novel, there's actually enough stuff that happens that you can be like, this is actually not what happened. You know? Like, funny enough, anything that, like, because Kathy only talks about things that make her look good or make her look important. So she literally glosses over the fact that she even went to high school. She did go to high school, but she didn't talk about high school at all. She spent the entire chunk of that time talking about her sister's experience instead of hers. Which, her being a narcissistic weirdo is very uncharacteristic, but it's because, well, when she went to high school, she wasn't the center of attention. So she didn't want to talk about it. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, or how, like, you know, she focused on, like, her first boyfriend, you know, that wasn't her brother, I guess, and, like, you know, her boyfriend's, like, girlfriend or whatever. But they had 2 other whole-ass roommates that she just never mentions. She mentions them, like, once and then never again. And I'm like, why didn't she even talk about these 2? They were there the whole time. That's weird. Like, weird stuff like that. Or she pretends that her brother doesn't mourn the fact that her siblings are dead. Because, you know, it's not about her. She's like, yeah, he just totally didn't care. I'm like, bruh, he had to, like, literally take care of you. You know? Like, the entire thing was just so weird. And like, like I said, the series is technically about, like, intergenerational trauma or whatever. Like, my favorite character is literally abusive grandma. Because I hate Kathy so much, where I'm just like, look, I don't advocate for violence against children, but like, this lady was vindictive though. I'm like, because it's one of those things, maybe it's a cultural thing, but I'm like, if I go into your house, I'm not going to disrespect you. If I get to the point where I get a smack in the face from you, I'm not going to provoke you. You know? These kids were horrible. They were like baby's kids, only like not black, but like they were like the worst. My thing is like this old lady, all right? She's like in her 40s. She's like, oh, you want to be uppity, do you? You want to talk back to me, do you? Oh, okay, all right, I'll show you. She literally drugs Kathy and puts tar in her hair. Tar in her hair. When she literally drugged her, not with a sedative, with a needle. She went into this girl's room when she was asleep, stuck a needle in her arm to keep her unconscious so she wouldn't feel burning tar on her head.
Oh my fucking god, what?
And my thing is, I'm not about to mess with a lady who drugs me and puts tar in my hair. I will be the most well-behaved person on the planet and then to plan my escape. I'm not gonna try and talk back to her. What's wrong with y'all?
Jesus Christ.
And of course, Kathy, being the person made of sense, is like, she could just shut up and, you know, stop provoking the psychotic old woman. She's like, I'm going to comb the tar out of my hair. And I'm like,
oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. But don't worry, she ends up with the worst mullet on the planet. But you know what? She still kept her hair. She just has this horrifying mullet. And the thing is, the book wants you to forget, like, she has this stupid looking mullet, because I'm like, she's like, yes, and all these guys were totally looking at me because they were attracted to me. I'm like, no, because they were looking at you because of your stupid haircut. And like, I was like, sitting there, and then like, and because her mom, like Corinne, who's too stupid to live, is just like, she's like, okay, so since my husband's dead and I don't know how to take care of my terrible children, I'm just going to ask my mother what to do. And her mother's like, lock them in the attic. That sounds fine. So she locks them in the attic, like, like that sounds fine. She locks them in the attic, and then like, she's like, she still feeds them and everything, but like, but then because Corinne's too stupid to live, she's just like, her kids are like starving up there. You know, they get like one meal a day because they're not supposed to know they're up there. And she's just like, hello children, and like, hello mother. And she's like, man, I sure did have the best day ever. Like, we went sailing, had a banquet. Man, life sure is great. How's it up with you? Like, we're starving, mother. Oh, that sounds bad.
It's fucking Christ.
They're like, they're like, mother, when are you gonna like tell your dad to like, that we exist so he can come down? I'm working on it. Anyway, bye children. Mother, and she just leaves them for dead. They're like, mother, I crave
violence.
I crave violence. I crave chicken. And then
give me them chicken.
And so like, the funny, like, and the thing is, it's never clear why this happens, but like, either the fucking grandma or like Corinne is just like, you know, we gotta whittle them down. That's a lot of kids up there. But what do we do? And like, her mother's just like, drug. She's like, no. She's like, poison the donuts. That sounds fine. So she just does it. She just poisons these donuts. Now, according to Corinne, the plan was to make them all equally sick, so they'll have to bring them down. Unfortunately, she forgot her children are stupid and just let the youngest boy eat all the poison donuts. And then he's like, so he's like on death's door now, and she's just like, oh no, mother, what do we do? And she's just like, oh my fucking god. So she's like, well, Corinne, we're gonna tell them we're gonna take him to the hospital. Okay, we're taking him to the hospital. And then they're in the car. She's like, so where's the hospital? We're gonna bury him. He's dead. Oh! Like, I admit, I would love to see like a fucking like a comedy of these two just like literally like just this lady dealing with her stupid daughter as they commit a crime.
Take them to the hospital. Okay. So where's the hospital? Honey, he's dead already.
They just bury him in the yard. They just bury him there. And they just don't tell the rest of the children.
Honey, we have to make sure that the pigs are fed.
Yep. And I'm just like... And it just kind of made me laugh, because, like, again, Corinne is stupid. She's just stupid. And, like, I'm, like, laughing because the remaining children, which is technically 2 teenagers and an idiot, like, it's just like, you know, they're like, okay, we're gonna have to play, like, eventually after being up there for, like, I don't know, 3 years, they're like, and after some the weirdest shenanigans ever, because again, they're starving, they hardly have any food. You got one of them's like, you got Kathy being like, I'm going to practice ballet still, and I'm like, what?
Priorities, bitch.
She's like, I gotta keep this body good looking, and I'm just like, you're like 14, but okay. She like, and the worst thing is like, one thing I do not like about this series is the sheer amount of this teenage girl. I hate the way this sounds, but she predates on older men, and I hate it because it literally sounds victim blamey as hell. But that's technically what she does. She keeps approaching men when they are drunk and or half asleep. Like, she just keeps doing it. And I'm like, honey, why are you doing this? She's like,
she knows how to play the game.
Like, she wanders out of the fucking attic. She goes downstairs because Corinne got a new boyfriend, and she finds him sexy, and he's like half asleep. And she's just like, I'm gonna kiss him. I'm like, what are you even doing? This is not okay. And he has no idea what's going on. Like, he's like, he has no idea what's happening. So I'm just like, you kind of, that grown man didn't consent. What is this? I hate this book for this because it literally, has this horrible, like, misogynistic stint to it. Like, I hate the series for that, where I'm like, oh my god. Like, it gets worse from there, funny enough. I'm just like, oh my god. Basically, just, the entire series is trash. Everyone in it is trash. Hello there, Mama Pop Tart. Welcome in, welcome in. This is the worst conversation for you to stop in on. But welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Thank you for joining the organization.
Yes, welcome to the Jane Austen seminar.
Jane Austen seminar. So don't read Jane Austen and don't read VC Andrews. Just don't read it. Also, don't read H.P. Lovecraft either. Like, you can read stuff based on it, just don't read actual H.P. Lovecraft.
No, yes.
Mm.
Actually.
Mm-hmm. Think of any, I'm trying to think of any other books I've read. Like, I tried to read 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but like, HP was a scared nerd, but he was also very stupid. He was also very dumb. He was a very dumb man. He's just like, and the things, I still read his books and everything, but I fully acknowledge how stupid they are.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Like, I tried to read 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but I got like lost because I was just like, what? Like, okay, so sometimes when I read, like, you know, ye old fiction, and the author kind of does an accidental misogyny, so they basically make accidental gays when they do that. You know? Like, I don't know if anybody knows if that's a thing, where if you have a really misogynistic author, you just get accidental gay characters. So, I'm reading this thing, and I'm just like, okay. So you got this old man, and he has, like, this assistant that he keeps talking about how hot he is. And I'm not even to the point where you see the frickin' Nautilus yet, so I'm like, I need to go back and read that, but I'm like, that is weird. And then, like, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde also has accidental gay in it. I was like, hey there, Hades, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you very much for joining the organization. You can pick up a badge at the front desk. But yeah, like, I was trying to, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is actually my most hated novel. Like, I hate that novel more than any other novel.
Really?
Because it's boring as ass. Like, when you listen to, like, movies and stuff, they make it sound like them finding out about about Mr. Hyde happens at, like, you know, it feels like you find out about him, you're trying to stop him from being, you know, a murderous weirdo. Like, at least halfway through the story. Yeah. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen until, like, the very fucking end. Which I did not know this. Oh, so I'm reading the original text.
That's terrible.
It is, where I'm like, you literally follow this boring dude who I literally just called him Mr. Brown, who's just like, I'm a jolly dude. I'm not married, but I keep acting like I am. I have a friend who's an old man, because apparently fiction likes old men. And, like, but for some reason he's been disappearing, and this young jerk literally curb stomped a child. And I'm like, what? They're like, we should probably do something. I'm gonna stalk him. And so he does. And then he just loses him because, you know, the guy's like into parkour or something. And like, it's a bunch of meandering, just trying to figure out who this Mr. Hyde is. And it like, and I'm like, what? This book isn't even that long. And I don't even remember most of it. I literally like freaking spaced out while reading this thing. And I'm like, I know how this ends, but god dang, when do we get to the point?
Yeah, because I honestly thought that for the longest time, the whole, okay, yes, it's supposed to be a mystery. You don't know who Mr. Hyde is. Okay, I get it. Then, you know, probably half a century, people. Make the story more. Like,
I might reread it, like, or at least get an audiobook of it, so I can put it on, like, triple speed and just get that shit over with, you know? Because, like Frankenstein's a really good novel, actually. It's like, I love Frankenstein because people don't know this, but, OG Frankenstein's monster, because Frankenstein's a doctor, but, like, the monster was actually hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do they keep making him fucking ugly? Make him hot. He was hot in the novel.
He was supposed to be extremely attractive, like, huge for his size. All the best parts from any guy. Like, all the best parts.
I'm not gonna lie, because of that, I had that moment of, how did he choose the peen?
Oh my god.
Like, you know he put it on there.
No. Legit question. Have you seen Young Frankenstein, the Mel Brooks movie?
No.
Oh my god, please do. It is the funniest shit.
Oh god.
That does come up. It's like they got the, you know, stereotypical not good looking monster man. But then they introduce Frankenstein's ex-wife, and she's like, woof.
Oh god. Oh my god.
And then she becomes Frankenstein's bride.
Oh my god. Underwater. I mean, maybe that is yeah, that's good. I don't know. I'm trying not to go on my monthly why H.P. Lovecraft is stupid rant. I keep doing that and I need to stop. I have a problem.
Okay, no. On the subject of H.P. Lovecraft, there was a B movie that I watched years ago that was fucking hilarious. It's called The Last Lovecraft, I think it was. And the only significant part of it I remember is this old salty sailor, and his two lines that I remember are, I hear seagulls. I hate seagulls.
Like,
and I don't remember the context, but at some point they got chased by fish people. Like, I fucked a fish person. I'm
not gonna lie, Shadows over Innsmouth, which is what that's probably based on, is a very stupid story, but it's one of the ones I like. Just because it's literally like, it's like there's actually a song, a parody song called it's starting to look a lot like Fishman. That 3 minute, less than 3 minute song literally sums up the entire novel of A Shadow over Innsmouth in just one song. It literally summarizes the entire thing. It's literally about a guy who's too fucking cheap to take a fucking train, goes to Innsmouth, finds out there's a fish cult. The fish cult is like, we need him like in this cult or to murder him. I don't know, eat him maybe. And then he's like, no, you guys are grody. I'm gonna run away. And then he does. And then he's like, and then he goes to like Congress or something, being like, there be fish people. And they're like, let's go take a look. Oh my God, there are. Let's bomb them. And then he's like, wait, I'm fish people. Oh,
but wait, I'm fish people.
The funny thing is, because with most H.P. Lovecraft protagonists, they write these things in past tense, which means he literally wrote this entire thing. And then at the end, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm also fish people. I'm gonna go rescue my fish cousin. Bye. And one of my favorite ones, it's not written by H.P. Lovecraft, but it is definitely based on, it's like one of H.P.'s friends, because for some reason he had friends. It's called
Hard to believe, right?
Yeah, it's called like the Hounds of Tindalos. My favorite thing about that stupid thing.
Yeah, Hounds of Tindalos.
Well, I used to call it the Hounds of Tenderloin, but what happens is a guy like, so this guy's like, I'm gonna hypnotize myself and go back in time. Random male servant, record the things I do. You know, so I go coma. And so he says like, okay, so I am recording your random ravings now. He's like, random shitty history because HP has never studied history before. Oh no, I found the literal grossest part of everything. Oh my God, doggies.
Oh no.
You know? And he's like, oh, there's puppies. Wait, they're evil. Oh no. I wake up now. Oh no, they're after me. What do? I shall,
Yeah, Tika definitely sounds like a fever dream.
Yep, he's like, what do? What do about the evil nasty dogs? I will use plaster because they use corners somehow. And I will also write this down. But my favorite thing about this shit, right, is at the very end of the story. He writes, oh no, they're coming after me. I see them now. They're killing me. Ah! He writes that. He writes, ah! I'm just like, I had to like stop and be like, wait, I had to go back and I'm like, he literally fucking writes the script.
Oh my God, it's just that bit that they used in Monty Python and Holy Grail. It's at the castle of I'm sorry, the what? The castle of it was like he was dying while he was writing it.
Exactly. I'm just like,
it's the legendary black beast of
It was just, I'm like, this is supposed to be scary, but I'm sorry, if I am in the midst of being murdered, I'm not going to take the time to write out my scream.
But it's so funny when they do.
Like, because that means he had to have literally wrote all those A's and H's as he's dying. It wasn't just a line or something.
As his intestines are being ripped out, he's just lying on his bed. He's getting a central massage.
He's like, wait, I gotta get those proper H's so people know I'm screaming. Ugh.
I mean, if they really wanted to make it, they would just string off the ink into the distance off the page.
That makes too much sense. We gotta be articulate here. Like, but like, that's like my favorite one. Like, I don't know, like, I love the concepts that he comes up with. He just can't execute worth shit because I'm like,
no, he can't.
He really can't. And I'm like, and I remember like one of the ones where I'm like, it was kind of stupid, but I kind of liked it. He didn't even write it, his fucking wife did. And I'm just like, God damn it. Like, she's actually, I'm like, wow, this is, despite the main character being super stupid, this is actually really well written. Oh, he didn't write it. That explains that. Well, shit. He was like Whisper in Darkness.
Wife is the better writer than the author husband.
Like, Like, it was like the Whisper in Darkness. I love the Whisper in Darkness, though my favorite one is still, my favorite one, like, unironically, the one I don't want to just make fun of the entire time is, Color Out of Space, because that's, like, one of the few actual, cosmic horror ones, because most of them are actually scientific cautionary tales, funny enough.
Yes.
They're not actually cosmic horror, because, well, most of the characters cause the stuff on themselves, you know? Like, it's just like, it's like, I'm a dude, I'm gonna study the occult, I will find the dreaded Necronomicon in my mother's bathroom or some crap. Oh no, forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, no, most of the Eldritch stuff doesn't come until after Lovecraft is dead.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, they actually know how to utilize the mystery properly. Every single time Lovecraft does it, he just accidentally, like, makes boys love half the time. And it's really funny. Like, I'm like...
Imagine just a character being such a bigot they are unironically gay.
Like, they were, like... There's this one I'm like, this would make a really good BL. Like, a straight-up yaoi. Because this is gay as shit. In the good way. How did he accidentally make a really good gay story?
Lovecraft, best yaoi writer ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm like, I hope he's rolling in his grave.
Not what he was going for, but...
I don't know, maybe he was just like... Because I'm like, he sure does love old men. Like... Hey,
maybe it was a stuck in the closet and just never could come back.
Maybe! I'm just like, is your type literally 70-year-old men? Like... Why do you like them so much? I mean, you do you, boo, I guess. Like, yeah, it was rumored that he was, but we'll never actually know, because he was also just really bigoted. Like, he was extra bigot. He wasn't just like, he just hated everything. Like, you had to be super inbred, like, white for him to like you, but not too inbred, or else you'll end up, like, gross. You have to be, like, the perfect mix of noble blood and white. Because he was, like, apparently, like, he was, from the rumors, Shadow over Innsmouth, is when he found out that he has Welsh heritage, so he thought he was tainted.
Oh no.
He's like, he's like, wait, I'm Welsh? And I'm like, are you kidding me?
There are only two things I hate in this world. People who discriminate other people because of their race or culture, and the Dutch.
Oh my god, if I had a time machine, number one, I'd have a strategy, alright? I'd have a strategy.
Oh, do tell.
So, okay, so one thing about traveling back in time, if you look a certain way, there's no way you're gonna be able to get away with anything. So what I'll do, right, is first, I will call one of my, like English, the most English white-sounding English person ever. And I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna come and pick you up. We're gonna go through time, and if anyone asks, I'm technically your property. So I can't be kidnapped. It'll be fine.
Hey, smart planning at least.
Look, I'm not gonna be one of those people who ignore that shit. No. Like,
I'm just gonna stroll down London Lane.
Like, there's a reason that every Doctor in Doctor Who is always pretty much the same. Have you ever bet that there's like a black Doctor Who? Oh my god. You would fucking die.
Fun fact.
The
next Doctor is black.
I would like to see how they're gonna deal with that.
I would
because I'm gonna laugh and like, okay, all right, Whovians, you've been asking for it. We're finally gonna address slavery. I'm going to hell.
Literally nobody was asking for it.
No. Like, I used to be into Doctor Who, like, and I remember when, like, Martha was in it, and when she's like, she did ask the question, and they just kind of glossed over it.
It really did just gloss over it.
She's like, I mean...
Also, Doctor Who fan.
Yep. Like, I kind of dropped it, like, I think when, like, I didn't really like the 11th Doctor. Because...
Oh, no.
Well, he was, like,
That's my favorite.
Like, he was okay, but I kept getting, like, distracted by his chin, and it was slowly engulfing his face. But, like, I just didn't like that he was just such a dick to Rory. Like,
nobody actually likes Rory.
I like Rory, though. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Good boy. He's best boy.
Yeah, I love it. But like, I'm sorry. Every single time I try to remember like the 11th Doctor, I just see nothing but chin and hair. Like, that's all I
Guys,
see.
the nose wasn't the first thing that
No,
stood out.
nope. It's just the chin. It's just the chin. Wait, isn't the 12th one just the grumpy old man?
David Capaldi, yes.
Yeah, I never got that far. I just saw grumpy old man. I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't going that far. He's
No,
like,
but I totally get why the David Tennant fan, though.
mm,
Wife is huge David Tennant fan. She fell in love with him, too.
like, he really is good. And he, like, and I think he also just had probably, like, and I didn't want, of course, I never watched, like, the old, I was gonna say Dr. Seuss.
Nor did I.
Doctor Who, but, like, because I came in with, like, the 9th one. The one who, because I kept calling him Freddy Krueger because he looked like the actor who played Freddy Krueger. I did like him though. I did like him, but like I kept calling him Freddy Krueger. Fun fact: he plays that forgettable half evil elf thing in Thor: The Dark World, aka Thor: Evil Coke Zero.
Thor: Evil Coke Zero.
I'm sorry, the ether or whatever just looks like evil Pepsi. Look, or evil's like Coke. Like, I know they had to make Thor's girlfriend relevant, but no one cared about her. I'm sorry. They're like, yes, we're gonna bring, like, oh my god, I kid you not. When I was watching the second Thor movie, because I have a bad habit of paying attention to shit that nobody cares about, we were watching the movie, so you got Thor's, like, spoiler alert, but like, Thor's mom dies from something.
It's been out for ages. Nobody cares.
Yeah, so she's been dead, right? She dies. And I'm sitting there in the fucking theater. And I'm like, oh wait, she's not dead. Her eye flickered. She's alive. Y'all? She's not dead. Her eye moves. Her eye is still moving. Why are you guys all acting like she's dead? And then it's like, and it's just like, they just didn't care to, like, you know, maybe freeze frame that or something. But like, it haunts me. Just like that and the fucking bird from Pacific Rim. Those two things haunt me, because in the beginning of Pacific Rim, when like the brother dies and he's in the snow and like he's having this dramatic moment, and in the background this big ass bird just lands out of nowhere.
I know the bird you're talking about.
It's like, that's a big ass bird. Damn. Like, is no one gonna do anything about that big bird? Is this really the take they went with? Did it just keep landing in the vicinity? Why couldn't they get rid of this big bird?
The front of the scene, you got dramatic old man and child looking at the pilot. And then in the background, wow, that's a big fucking bird.
Exactly, and I'm just like, and because of that, I just could not get emotional whenever I saw, like, he's just like, oh, brother, whatever, and I'm just like, that's a big ass bird. Like, and that happens to me all the time where I'll be like, I'll be watching a scene and I'll just be like, you see that thing in the background? Like we were watching this one movie, I can't remember what it is, but it has like discounted Vin Diesel in it, and like, it was like, he's not Vin Diesel, but he looks like Vin Diesel, and like, it was like about a vampire. He's like a vampire hunter, and like he's trying to hunt this vampire who looks like a pimp. I don't understand it either. I kid you not. In this fucking movie, I think it's like called like Blood Revenge or something. It's stupid. It's a very stupid movie. But in this, I think in like the first 30 minutes, this person walks across screen, and I swear to fucking God, that person looks exactly like me. Like, I was just like, was I in this movie? It looks exactly like me. And my friend, like, I'm just like, I pause it, and I'm like, I got my roommate, and I'm just like, what do you think this? She's like, what are you doing there? I'm like, oh my fucking God. Doppelgangers are real, and that one's mine, and she's in a shitty movie.
Girls, it's not even funny. It's not even funny though when it actually comes up, because okay, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna try and gloss over as quick as I can, because sad shit. Mother passed away when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years into high school, taking the train to high school because it's fucking far off away.
Yeah.
I kid you not, I see somebody and mistake them for my mother. That was just like, oh shit.
Aww.
This is fucked up.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I've seen my doppelganger like 3 different times. Like, once was in that movie. Once was at an airport, which I gave her the nickname Desiree because that was the name of the woman at the time. And then the last one was on Tumblr. And I'm just like, okay, Desiree, why are you doing porn? Like, I'm just like, why? Like, I'm just like, this legitimately looks like me. What is happening?
Not the semi-doppelganger. So
I'm just like just straight up like amateur porn. I'm like, why can't you do something wholesome, Desiree?
Desiree can do so much better.
Exactly. Like I was telling my friends about, and they're like, "Can we see it?" I'm like, "No," because seeing her naked is like seeing me naked. No.
Very valid.
Yeah, it's vampire pimp. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just like, though it is funny. I actually do. Sometimes I actually ended up in like promotional materials or movies by accident, just being in the background. Sometimes though, this happened like 4 times. Like I'm just like,
ironically 4 times.
Yeah, unironically I'll be like it'll be like some footage for something because I used to live in Las Vegas. That's the main reason why. But like they'll be like, you know, doing a scene or whatever, and I'm just like,
they do like Vegas. So.
Yeah, no, I'll like pause and I'll just be like, wait, enhance. Oh God,
wait,
that's me.
Oh no. Oh no.
The worst thing about being in Vegas is that you never knew if something was real or not. Because like, I remember we were driving around and there was like this cop investigation at a house, but we didn't know if it was real or if it was basically filming or something. Yeah, we didn't know.
Because they got cameras there regardless.
Exactly. So I'm like, are they filming? What was it, like CSI in there? Because CSI was in the original one was in Las Vegas. And I'm just like, are they filming CSI in there? We never found out, but I'm like, yeah. Like I think I was in like. Wait, which one was it?
Just get the urge to listen to the voices and just like, you know, I kind of want to go disrupt the crime scene and see if it's a, you know, real crime scene or a movie shot. Who knows?
I actually was in the Rocky movie, like one of the later Rocky movies that was shot in Las Vegas. I was actually an extra in one.
Oh really?
I'm in the back because I was freaking self-conscious, but yeah, I was in there. I was in that, and I also did a pre-screening for the show Eureka.
Eureka's a good show.
Yeah, it was actually really funny being... Okay, so again, when you're in Las Vegas, weird stuff happens. So we're like walking down the street, right? Me and the roommate. Or no, yeah, it wasn't the roommate. It was like me and a friend of mine. We're walking down the street, as you do, you know. We usually don't go down the main strip because like people like scam you there, but we were doing that today. And then you got this guy with sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt and khaki pants and a fucking white bucket hat being like, "Hey, you guys want to make $100?" And we're like,
sketchy much?
I'm like, what? And they're like, "You want to make $100 each?" And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, "Good, right this way." And I'm like, man, we're gonna get murdered by $100. I'm like, and my friends look at me like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna die. I'm like, okay, if worse comes to worse, I'll use you as a blunt instrument and we'll just run away screaming, all right? And she's like, okay. So we go in there, it's dark. And I'm like,
oh, no.
The thing is, the guy never tells you what you're doing. He just say, "Hey, you want to make $100?"
Gotta be sketchy as hell.
And I'm like, man, one, I think this was a good idea. Dog in here.
Red flags.
We see other people there. You know, we see other people there looking confused. I'm like, oh fuck, are we about to get trafficked? Oh no. And they're like, "Oh yes, everyone have a seat." You know, they're like, they lead us into this room. And it's like it's a movie theater. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, everyone have a seat. I'm like, okay, so I sit down. I'm like, I'm like looking for any type of mechanisms, you know? Being like, okay, there better not be anything that's fucking seated.
Be sure to find the exits.
And then that's when they fucking explain that, okay, we're doing a pre-screening for a pilot for a show. So basically you click this button if you like the scene, this button if you don't, you know? And that's all it was. And afterwards, yeah, you were given $100 bill and sent on your way.
Jesus Christ.
It was, and the funny thing is, I never found that guy or that place again. I was like, and the funny, I didn't spend that $100 for the longest time because I thought it was like fake or cursed or something. I ended up spending it like 3 years later, but it was like, I just kind of kept being like, is this thing cursed or something? You know? Because I'm like, is Eureka a real show? Basically, oh no, I spent the $100 when I found out Eureka was actually a real show. Like, because I was like, that is the worst approach ever. Like, hey, you want to make $100?
Fucking kidding.
I'm just like,
this way you can approach it.
It was super
in Vegas
sketchy.
of all places.
Exactly. I'm just like, man, like I was dumb when I was in Vegas. I would do the stupidest crap over there. Living in Vegas makes you stupid.
Which... Only thing that could have been worse is if he walked up to you with a trench coat like, hey, you want to see the good stuff?
Yeah.
Here's the pre-releases where you got seats for if you want to come see it.
I think it was the Hawaiian shirt was the part that made me believe him, because the bucket hat to hide his hair and the sunglasses, to me, screamed suspicious. But the Hawaiian shirt, it was a blue Hawaiian shirt. It was like a powder blue Hawaiian shirt. I'm like, a criminal wouldn't wear a powder blue Hawaiian shirt.
That's not the color of villainy. It's powder blue.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I could have soap and like, I'm surprised I like didn't really fall into anything weird, because like, probably because I stayed away from like the strip, because like you just never go there unless you have like a specific reason, you know, like.
Yeah.
Which, like, and of course, when you live there for at least 2 years, you start calling everything by their actual names, which is the Strip, you know, or Decatur, or Vegas, Nevada. If you say Nevada, they know you haven't been here long enough, you know? Like, no one says the Lost in Las Vegas.
Nobody does.
Like, the freaking, like, Food and Administration building will see you at some point. There is no escape. You will go there at some point to get hit with the fucking tuberculosis shot. You will end up in there. Doesn't matter what you do. You will end up in there. You'll get your card and you will be sent on your merry way.
Oh, God.
I'm like, I'm just working at Burger King. You gotta get the shot. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
You're putting your nightly dose of eardrops. Okay, but I hope you can hear the dulcet tones of, I don't know, seagulls. Anyway. like, yeah, I would just get into stuff like that, because, like, I also didn't have a car there, so I just used the bus. Like, it was a wild time. I kind of do miss living there, but I don't miss the weather. I don't know who keeps saying dry heat is better than humidity. Fuck you. Who keeps saying that? Like,
no, I 100% agree.
Like, I'm from the South. I'm a Southern banana. I cannot live in dry heat. Oh my fucking God. Like, the air wants to kill you there. Like, oh my God.
I lived in dry heat for 20-some years.
Yeah.
And only, it's, let me tell you, when you have seasonal allergies and it's the same damn season all year round, it's not fun. Nope,
I prefer my southern nugget tree down here. Like, at least we get rain, and the rain doesn't try to automatically kill you. Like, when I experienced my first rain in Vegas, oh lord, I was an idiot. Like, because if you're not from there, you don't realize how rain works there, you know? Like, because from where I'm from here, when you're in the, in the southeast, everything is made to absorb water, even the concrete, because it's made from local materials, which are actually absorbent. Which is why, importing stuff from other places is actually a bad thing, because it can mess up stuff. But everything here is actually made to absorb water. Everything. Concrete, like everything. So, in Vegas, nothing is made of materials that are absorbent. So when it rains, it doesn't go anywhere. So, and it's hilly as shit over there. So what happened to me is I'm walking home from college, minding my own daggone business, being normal. And the thing is, they don't have a thing called a drizzle in the desert. They have no rain and all rain. Nothing in between.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel really one drop, you are screwed. You know? So I'm like,
shelter immediately.
Exactly. I'm still a little dumbass being on a hill, and I'm on a hill for crying out loud. And I'm just like, whoop de dip de doo, you know? I got hit with one drop, like I kid you not, in the freaking eyeball, just right in the eye. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it just went, poof. I'm like, and I'm like, and like it rained so hard and so fast, my shoes got swept off my feet. Like I got robbed by rain.
I have actually had it happen in those same instances where like it looks like it could rain. Mm-hmm. You just feel a tiny drop, like I guess it is gonna rain, and then you look off into the distance and you just see a dark wall coming at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you just see the wall.
Oh no.
Exactly. And then the thing is, the rain never lasts for very long. It's literally just like someone dumped a giant bucket of water. So I'm standing there in my soggy socks, find my poor shoes at the bottom of the hill, half floating in this water, and I had to go, and by the time I reached them, the water evaporated. And I literally look like someone who teleported from the fucking rainy season or something. Where I picked up my shoes and I'm just standing there in shock on the side of the road, just being like, I can't believe this happened to me.
I look like a wet dog now. I'm just picturing soggy Sammy.
It was super soggy. I was upset. And then but because it's the fucking desert, I ended up getting dried out anyway. But you know what happens when my hair gets wet though?
That's exactly like it does on the model.
Yeah, I had this walking around just like a big old, it wasn't an afro, but it was big and floofy, and I couldn't see shit. Because I did not bring like a hair tie that day. So I'm just like, I literally look like one of those cartoon characters who have like the hair in front of the eyes. I look like that. Because like, I'm just like,
I've seen.
And I'm like, oh my god, like, there's that, and I also didn't like, so I hated rain, and the other thing I hated was tumbleweeds. Like, I actually thought tumbleweeds were fake. I didn't, like, because you know when you're a kid, sometimes, like, they have something that shows up in cartoons all the time, but it's not real, you know?
Yes,
yeah,
I 100% know what you're talking about.
So I thought tumbleweeds was like that.
Real.
Not only are they real, they attack people. I've been attacked by a tumbleweed before.
Fucking...
Like, I was walking home, not minding my own goddamn business, enjoying the nice weather that didn't have rain for once, and then I was just like, oh, here's... I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, whatever. And it was windy that day, and I'm just like, that was weird. And oh, yeah.
I'm like, clue that it was windy.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is the making that sound? And I'm like looking around, I don't see nothing. Like, that is, okay, am I in a fucking creepypasta or something? This is weird. This is like broad daylight. What's going on? And then and then you just feel this big old gust of wind, and then it hits me right in the back of the head. And I'm like, and like, of course my hair's out that day, so guess who gets caught in stupid tumbleweed?
Oh no.
You see joggers just like, you know, you have those fucking joggers and they're just walking by, but they're like watching you just what? They're not gonna help you, but they're gonna just kind of jog just slow enough to see what's going on. And one of those.
Silently judging.
Exactly. Like, I finally get this thing, because this guy was jogging in place. That's why he was invested in my struggle, you know.
Oh my god, seriously?
He was jogging in place, because when I saw him, that's what he was doing. I finally got the I got these gigantic pieces of sticks in my hair and all that, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then he continues, and I'm like, what? And he's just like, I mean, he just continues on, but I'm just like, this man fucking paused. Like, I hate it. Like, I don't like joggers in Vegas, but the one thing I don't like in Vegas, rich people with horses. I don't like rich people with horses.
Oh.
Because
horses are overrated.
Well, they're overrated and they are a vehicle. Horses are a vehicle. Don't put them on the sidewalk. Damn it. I'm like scared of horses because I had to deal with the stupid thing on the highway. Got this fucker on his freaking cell phone being like, yeah, it's going.
Why is a horse on a highway?
I don't know. I'm trying to go home. You got this guy on his fucking cell phone being like, oh yeah, it's rich people like business. And the horse is just like, yep, I'm on a sidewalk. Hello there, fellow traveler. And I'm just like, this is a big ass horse. This is a tiny ass sidewalk. I'm not gonna get in the road. And horses, well, I'm not gonna get in the road.
Get your fucking horse off of the highway.
Well, get the horse onto the highway. Get it off the sidewalk. And like, I'm like, so, and the thing is, the guy on the stupid horse is literally ignoring me. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. So I'm trying to, because the problem is that this is a part of the sidewalk where there is literally no room because there's a wall and the street full of cars. There is nowhere for me to go. So I'm trying to walk around this big ass horse on this tiny ass sidewalk, and the horse is getting nervous. The driver is not paying attention. I'm like, oh man, if I get kicked by this horse, I'm gonna sue you, man. You know? I eventually got around the horse, but oh my god. But the funny thing is I found out where this dude lived. He lived like 3 blocks. He lived like 3 blocks away from me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We found him while driving around randomly, because that's the one thing you just do if you have a car in Vegas. You just drive around. And I remembered his face because I was stuck by the stupid horse for so long. I memorized this guy's face, you know. And I'm just like, I know. So we drive by his house. I'm like, I know where you live, bitch, because he's like in the driveway drinking with his other rich friends. I'm like, I know where you live, bitch. And we just drove away. That's it. I never saw him again, but that was just really fun to say.
But that's just the funniest shit ever, though, when you see somebody for such an extended period of time that you know you're never gonna see again, but you know they're live in the same area. Just like, yep, I know where you live, bitch.
Yeah, it was so funny. Like, I'm just like, what am I even doing here? Oh, Kippy, you were born in Vegas? How was that? Were you born like, you know, with a cactus on your head? Okay, no, that's me. It's illegal to kick the cactuses there, apparently.
Hey, don't be cack hating.
I mean, I didn't know it was illegal to attack a cactus, but apparently it is.
Wait, for real?
Well, I almost got arrested because I kicked a cactus.
That's like it's being illegal to divorce a squirrel.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I was frustrated because I was like, you know, stranded in the desert on the side of the road. And,
fair.
Which apparently if you kick a cactus, it will summon the police. And I'm just kind of like, I was stranded here for like 3 hours. And you show up when I kick this fucking cactus?
I would have punched it sooner.
Like, I didn't say that, but that's definitely what my face said. Hey, stay there, sure. Come on. Hello. You would harm a cactus.
They're dead.
No. I eventually did get out of the being stuck in the desert thing, though. But I'm just like, I honestly would rather be lost in the woods than be lost in that desert. Hands down.
Fair. Yeah, at least you got shade.
You got shade and you have hope. When you are in the desert, there is no hope. There is only the grim reality that you are fucked.
That's very true.
Like, I'm just like, man, at least with the trees you could pretend, just beyond that tree, there might be salvation. Like, the desert is like, there are literally cactuses and quail. And the quail are solely here to fuck with you. And then, yeah, I didn't know. Oh god, don't get me started on the skinwalkers. Thankfully, that is the one supernatural weird MacGuffin I never ran into. I ran into some supernatural crap, but I never ran into that. Thank frickin' god. Like,
I got chased by a hellhound once. That was a fun experience.
Yeah, no, my thing was like, it's always like demons with me, honestly. Like, demons and whatever those shadow dudes are. Like, they don't come.
I fucking hate the shadow dudes. They are still at my place. they always standing in my front door, and I go back to look, and there's nobody there. I'm like, bitch, just come inside.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I don't get bothered. Like, I got bothered. It's more like I got bothered by one shadow dude. I named him Terrence, but like, he was the most like, you know, like I think it was like for a couple of months where I just was scared to go to sleep because he kept like, you know, trying to beat me up or whatever and pull my hair, and like, and this happens with me a lot where like I will get triggered into being hilariously angry, you know, which is why I don't have nightmares anymore. But like, I literally am like, okay, you know what? I'm tired. I'm frustrated, and I like sleep. I'm gonna wait for him. I'm gonna just wait for him. I'm gonna wait for those bitches to show up. I'm gonna kick his ass. And I literally just like, and I don't, and the funny thing is, I actually don't know if I fell asleep or not. I really don't. Because it literally...
I must have passed out eventually.
I must have, but it was like, it was still like, it felt like very real because it was still just my room or whatever. And I kid you not, he came to attack me as is the usual, and I literally wailed on him. I was a savage. Like, I punched him, kicked him, like literally like slammed his like head into the desk. I bit him, and for some reason biting him was like the last straw, where he's like, ugh, no.
Why did you take so fucking long, Terrence?
I'm just like, you want some? Fine, I'm gonna make you fight for it, bitch. And I was just evil. Like, I remember I bit his arm, and I'm just like, I'm gonna rip your freaking flesh out. And he's just like, and he's trying to get away from me, and I'm like, no, you don't. Like, and then after,
weirdly enough, my roommate had a bite mark on her arm, and I'm not sure where it came from.
Peculiar. But yeah, and I've never had that, like, I've never had that situation since. And the closest I've had is kind of nightmares, but like, they're very much like, it's kind of like, oh, you think you're gonna be my nightmare? Oh, we're gonna see about that. And then I'm just so angry. I'm like, you, I'm literally like, you caused this. And they're like, what did I do? And I'm just like, oh, you got, he's like, oh, you took the, what was it like? Like, oh, you picked the wrong person today.
The worst kind of nightmare I've had, it wasn't even bad. It was more annoying because I went to sleep one night after a long day in high school. The dream I ended up having was me waking up on the football field, having coaches yelling at me to get off of my ass, and then I would get hit by the ball, pass back out, wake up in my bed, and be like, oh, that was just a terrible dream. Okay, I'm just gonna lay back down. And then it happened again. So I'm like, wait, is this the dream? Or is being in my bed the dream? I'm not exactly sure. Because then the coaches yelled at me again, and I got hit in the face again.
Yeah.
So I wake up back in my bed. I'm like, I don't care which one's real anymore. I want this to be fucking over.
Ugh. Okay, Twisted. Hey, Shin. Hey, Polka.
Fucking times.
Like, I'm trying to think of any actual like other nightmares I've actually had. Like, cause funny enough, the thing that would actually legitly scare me. Okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, but my actual straight up like unconscious fear was just black men. Yeah, not anymore. But like, that was the one thing that would make me wake up in a cold sweat. It's just, you know, Jamal just showing up to ask for some freaking sugar or something.
Hey, Sammy, can I borrow a cup of salt?
And I'm just like, and I'd wake up and be like, really? You mean to tell me I'm fine facing down the undead demons of hell, but I can't deal with, like, you know, Omar across the street? Like, not anymore, but like, which I'm thankful for, because I'm like, man, that was a really weird thing to be afraid of. Because I'm like, I be black, and I know black people, so that's kind of weird. Like, no, I don't think there actually is anything that would actually be a nightmare for me, because like, I remember like, I have this philosophy that if like when you're dreaming, you think that's reality, you know, for the most part. So yeah. I remember there was this one scenario that I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay with this. So I guess this is a concern I had at the time, but like, I was like living my life, and then basically racism happens, and I'm just like an action. Like I hate
internal racist struggle.
like literally a like mob of racists are like, we're doing hate crimes, and I'm like, oh, God. And then that was like the way I behaved about it. I'm just like, is this really happening right now? And they're like,
history class must have been rough.
like my attitude towards it was very funny. Where I'm like, I literally like only cared enough to rescue my nephew. You know, once he was safe, I didn't mind that they captured me, and I'm like. They're like, we're gonna humiliate you and then we're gonna kill you. I'm like, then I'm gonna make you guys as uncomfortable as possible. I'm gonna hit on every single last one of you guys. You guys are hot. And they're like, what? I'm like, you heard me, bitch. Each one of you guys are sexy. What are you gonna do about it? And I'm like, they still shot me, but it was very funny because they looked so uncomfortable. They're like,
Wait, what? Wait, what are you doing?
I don't know why that was my response to hate crime.
Hate crime. Approach it with...
Approach with flirting.
Approach with flirting.
Like, I don't really have that. Like, I only had that type of dream like once. Most of the dreams I have are actually like zombies or aliens, which aliens are the ones I have the most of. I love the alien ones because they're always just really weird.
Hey, I can dig it.
Like, I think
always
like
me an alien dream.
I think my favorite one was like there's okay, so the aliens are invading, right? And like I'm trying to find my mom and my sister. And I find my sister, we get in the car, so we're looking for my mom, while the aliens are like, you know, like just floating around being a menace. And my sister gets out of the car to put gas in the car, and I step out and I see my nephew, who at the time was like 1 year old. He's barely able to walk. I kid you not. I look at this boy and he had the head of a grown-ass man. With like with a beard and everything. And I'm just like, what in the hell? Now that's not the funny part. The funny part is he literally looks up at me, takes this gun out for an actual, like, sized for a baby, right? It's an actual baby gun. He's like, and he says, it's time to die, auntie. And I'm like, what
the fuck?
And he points the tiny gun at me. I'm like, boy, if you cut that shit, and I smack the gun, right? The gun goes off and shoots him in the leg. Still is a grown man. He still has a grown man voice, but he has like a baby body. He just goes, and then my sister comes and picks him up, and she's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Girl, he tried to shoot me."
Audio cutting out from the screen.
Like he just screamed, like, just imagine like grown black man screaming. That's what he sounded like.
Alright.
And like, good night, Lyrica. You have a good night. And he's like, again, head of a full-grown man, baby body, and he's like hugging my sister, crying, being like, "It hurt, Bubba, it hurt." And I'm just like, what in the fuck? And my sister's like, she's like, "Why'd you let him do that?" I'm like, "Why'd you let him have a tiny gun?" And she's like, "He wanted it, so I got it for him." I'm like, that could have killed somebody. And then I woke up. I'm just like, that last part just kept making me laugh. Just like, time to die, auntie. With the deepest voice ever.
Time to die, auntie.
Yeah, that's basically what he sounded like. Like, most of my dreams are very zany, but that one was just like, because I have weird ones all the time where I'll literally just be like having entire narratives of like, you know, like I had this one where I'm like going to this art school, but I kind of hate it because there's always like some type of maze in there, and I'm just like, I just want to go to class.
Fucking schools with mazes are awful.
Like, I'm like, why can't I have any of the normal dreams? Like, I finally had a dream with a tooth in it, but it's only because I'm obsessed with my friend's tooth because she had her tooth pulled and I'm obsessed with it. You know? So when I had a dream and my tooth, I'm like, I pulled my tooth out and I'm just like, finally, I have one.
Finally, it's my turn.
Buster! Oh god, my spine. Like, I'm not like, I just like, I woke up and I'm like, wait, you mean to tell me the one time I have the stupid tooth dream is because I'm obsessed with my friend's teeth? Because I'm like, man, I kind of want to hold it. But it's like, you know, her tooth.
I don't wanna... Not semi-realizing she's a tooth fairy.
Yes, it turns, okay, I'm gonna re-debut like next month as a tooth fairy. Give me a teeth. It's like, open wide, chat, give me a teeth. Let me see those pearly whites.
Oh, fuck, no.
Is there a tooth fairy VTuber? I don't know.
If there is, dear God help him. There's some weird things gonna be happening.
I'm glad you caught me too, Polka. I'm glad get to be here for weird after what do we keep saying, like not after school hours, it's like after swim hours? Adult swim hours. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, you do that without being the tooth fairy? What are you talking about? I'm not obsessed with everybody's teeth, just my roommate's teeth. After sanity hours. I do get kind of loopy after a certain time where I'll be like when I did like the 24-hour stream, that was a bad idea. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, dear God, I couldn't even imagine.
I was so stupid. I was naive. I'm like, I'm gonna be up for 24 hours, man. I was like, God, that was a very dumb thing to do.
One time I was even close to that, was 23 hours, and
oh my God,
30 minutes of sleep.
Yeah, no, I'd have to prepare for like I think for my birthday I'll either do like 6 or 12, but I'm never doing 24 again.
I think the best I could probably manage is 8. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm an old fucker at this point. I can't manage it.
Me too. I'm like, man, look here. My bedtime is 9 o'clock. I'm an old ass lady. I ain't got time for this.
Amen, sister.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I got shit to do, man. What do you want from me?
Listen, I gotta make sure my dentures are clean for the morning.
Like, don't make me throw my dentures at you.
If I don't take my pills at 6 in the morning, I'm gonna be cramping all day.
Oh my God. It's so nice to be able to make like old people jokes. Because every single time I say I'm old, they're like, you're not old, Sammy. I'm like, look, just because you feel ashamed for liking an old lady is not that much. That's not my problem.
I'm an old dirtbag. What can I say?
Yeah. I like being old though. Because they're like, Sebby, look at this meme. And I'm like, oh, God damn it, I don't know what you kids are talking about. That's just my attitude half the time. She's like, what are you kids doing now?
you want to hear something else like that I heard recently?
No, what's that?
Apparently there's people going around replacing y'all with chat.
Ew.
Like in casual conversation, like chat. Guys, you gotta see this.
What? That's...
Yeah, just replacing y'all with chat.
That's... I am worried about today's youth.
I know.
Oh God.
Same.
I feel so sorry for kids. Like they think this is normal. I'm like, children, no. It's okay to say, yo, just be country. It's fine. It's fine.
Just be country.
Just be country.
Please, kids. Please, just be Texans already.
That's nice, dear. Semi, probably. Yeah, probably. Well, I would say, I'd be like, that's nice, hun. I don't care.
Yeah, sweetie, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I've done that before, like in real life, where I was like out with some friends or whatever, and we were at dinner. There was this one chick who I think I was just being passive aggressive to or something, but I just didn't realize it. Where she said like, oh yeah, this thing happened, this, that, and the third happened. I'm just like, oh, nobody cares. Like everyone just laughed. And I think it's because I said it so smoothly, where she's just standing there in shock, and I'm just like, well,
just completely flabbergasted, like. Yay, nobody cares!
It was just so funny, just the like delivery, because nobody it wasn't like an eerie side thing. It was literally just I was the only one who said anything, and that's what happened. And I'm just like, y'all need to stop letting me say stuff, because this keeps happening.
The surprise saltiness is my favorite gender.
We'll just do that sometimes. I'm just like someone will talk about something, just like, that's great, but no one cares. Why are you doing that? I've done that so many times to like people in my friggin' VC where like there's this one guy who'll be like, well, like we were like watching a movie. It was like the Raggedy Ann and Andy movie, right? And he's just like, I'm gonna talk about Dr. Seuss. And I'm like, you just not wanna watch the movie? Like what are you doing? And then he's quiet again. He's just like, show about the Grinch. I'm like, you know, if you want to talk about Dr. Seuss, you can just leave. Like, we thought Dr. Seuss was literally last week. I literally marathon Dr. Seuss. What are you doing?
That's nice, honey. There's the door.
Now, to be fair, I'm like, this poor guy, like, he's trying his best. He's just failing horribly. Because I'm passionate, because I'm passionate about Dr. Seuss, alright? I am passionate about the Dr. Seuss 1970s specials. I have a problem. This guy was like, did you know there was a Halloween Grinch movie? And I'm like, really? Tell me about it. Everyone else in the VC is just like, oh no. That tone. Oh no. He's like, it's like Halloween Grinch night. I'm like, first of all, it's called Halloween night is Grinch night. And it is about the Grinch going down to Whoville to dance with himself. You would have known that if you watched the movie! And I proceeded to go on a rant about the fucking Dr. Seuss cinematic universe. Like some type of psychopath. I'm just like, but you would know that if you actually took Dr. Seuss seriously. I'm like, man, I sound like a fucking maniac. Like, I was just going off the rails on this poor guy. Well, I know he was just trying to have conversation. He was just trying to have conversation. He just picked the wrong topic.
No fucking kidding.
Like, I'm just like, this is my literal bread and butter. Speaking of butter, there is an entire cartoon and book special about how to butter your bread, but you would have known that, would you? Like, I'm just like acting like I'm trying to do religious doctrine about this goddamn Dr. Seuss butter book. Like, I literally sounded like someone misquoted the Bible or something. I was like, why does this man keep coming back here? Because I just insult him every time he shows up.
I don't know, maybe he's into it.
I don't know, he might be at this point, I don't know.
Maybe it awoke something in deep within him.
He's just like, oh my god. I like when she scolds me. It's what gets me up. I'm like, oh dear.
Oh boy. Well.
Well, that's happening.
That's my life now.
Yep. Night, Kippy. You have a good time. I don't know why anybody comes around me, actually.
Kippy, sweet dreams.
Yeah. I keep trying to tell people, like, I understand that I seem like I'm a very kind person, but this is because I have to, like, do this consciously. I'm not naturally a nice person. Because it comes out in the weirdest way.
I think that's why I like you so much, sis.
I'll just be like, I'm nice because I read a book about it. I am not naturally nice.
Question. You heard of Chicken Nugget?
The food?
Like the little animated... No, like the little animated shorts with the dog and the fuck. Gotta send it to you now.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe. Like, I might have been not knowing what it was called.
It's entirely possible. The internet's too fucking big for its own good now.
It is big. It's very big with 2 E's. Super big.
But anyways, there was one where like the dragon character is like, you know what? I'm sick of always being nice. I will now just be unapologetically nuts. Oh
my god, that sounds super cute. Yeah, no, my not niceness always just comes through in like random ways. It's not like I'm sitting waiting to be mean. It's just some like it'll either be with someone who I'm like, I don't have to be nice to you, so I'm not going to be. You know, like when I literally trolled one of those GFX artists. I literally trolled them into like blocking me. Like I literally I literally spammed bad art at them, like Shrek in a bikini, like all kinds of weird shit. Like
I was, love this. Do you have any other ideas? Oh boy, let me show you.
My favorite part, like, you know, trigger warning or whatever, where they're like, you know, oh, this is so good, I'm gonna like, you know, self-terminate. And I'm like, and I was just like, well, when you see God, tell him his commission is ready. And he's like, and I forgot what happens after that. And I'm like, because like, this is after like, and again, this is a GFX artist who's literally trying to scam me, you know? And I literally kept saying, so you want to commission, yes? Well, the thing about these people is that they don't pay it. They actually just DM people at random, so they don't actually know who you are or what you do. So
yeah, like they DM an actual artist.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna give them my go. Oh god, thanks, Dio. But like, but the thing is because of that, I didn't want to give them my good art because they'll steal it. So what I did is I just found, because you guys have seen my Pinterest, you know what kind of weird shit I've got on there. So I took the most cursed stuff I could find and just spam them with it. And they're like, that looks like AI art. And I'm just like, excuse me? I'm like, I am artist. I work hard. How dare you? Slander! Like, oh, that was a weird face, but like, yeah, it was like, I literally like, I sounded like, I literally sounded like a freaking Russian bot myself. Where I'm like, you slander me, good sir.
You know, like art, you give me insult to name.
He's like, you commission, yes?
I'm trying to talk the GF bot into commissioning.
Like, I don't know what, like, I don't even know why I decided to just be a dick that day, but it was very funny. I think I like saved it and put it somewhere.
Sammy woke up and decided to choose violence on this
particular
day.
People do not understand, like if I wanted to, I could be so mean. Like, I'm like, I keep trying to tell because they're like, look, because the thing is, when I tell people, I'm like, look, I'm giving you a warning because I could destroy you. I'm trying to save, like, I'm trying to save you some tears. Stop being a brat, okay? And like, I'm gonna be a little asshole. And I'm like, I'm gonna destroy you. And then I do. And then they like never talk to me ever again.
Good riddance.
Well,
like,
like,
the reverse on them.
Like, it's like, that's my thing. I'm like, people shouldn't try to take advantage of people's kindness like that, you know? Or in my case, polite. I'm just polite. I'm not nice.
Yeah, there is definitely a difference between being polite and nice.
Yeah.
Just like there's a difference between being nice and good.
Yeah, there's definitely a big difference. And I'm like, you try to warn people and they're like, nope, I'm gonna be dumb. And I'm like, time for consequences, I guess.
Well, welcome to the consequences of your own actions.
Yeah. Okay, Dio, thank you so much for stopping by. You always greatly appreciated. You have a good day, okay?
I always tell them you need comms because you burned your house down for content and need a new house for part 2.
Yeah, and I'm just like, every single time I get a random DM being like, hello, you don't know me, but I just want to reach out and say that I need help. My hamster's in the hospital after the Great Fire of '97, and we need money to get him out. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I had something similar to that where they were like, my cat needs surgery and we don't have any money to afford it. We would really appreciate it. Bitch, I have children.
Yeah, and I'm just like, who even are you? Like,
my children are Trump, your fucking cat. Sorry. Not sorry.
Sadly, yes, the fire of 97.
Great. Hipster fire of 97.
That's what I be feeling like sometimes. I'm just like, I can't. Like, come on, man.
Oh my god, why the Hamtaro songs start playing in my head?
I love Hamtaro.
Hamtaro.
Like, I kid you not, for the longest time, because when Hamtaro came out, I was younger, I had a hamster that looked just like Hamtaro, and it died, like, right before that thing started airing in America. So I was...
Hold on, back up. When you were younger?
Yeah. I was young at one point and I had a pet hamster that I didn't eat. Let me stop. But actually, like, funny enough, I actually was convinced for years that my hamster got reincarnated as anime.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
That my fucking hamster got isekai. That is not what happened, but I still like to pretend that it is so. Oh my god, love me a good isekai story though.
Oh my god, that would be a good isekai. I was a real life hamster. I died and went to anime.
Died and went to anime. Oh my goodness. I have to like look at my current isekai catalog because I like to write like fucking isekai fanfics. So I'm just like, I have like, what's the one I'm working on right now? Like, basically a person uses alchemy to isekai themselves into a fantasy story just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I can see it.
And like, she spends like, right now there's like 10,000 words of her just avoiding every single romance, but they just keep coming after her. Like, she's like, I want to be a recluse in the woods, and like, the unearthly beautiful men that keep showing up out of fucking nowhere, like, but she's so amazing, we must marry her for political reasons. And she's like, I don't want to.
Listen, I just want to be here for the magic. Leave me alone.
She's like, I am literally trying to study fishing, and like I literally had an entire episode, but I spent an entire chapter talking about salt. Because I was sitting here being like, man, I want her to like be able to have salt, but not live near the ocean. So I looked up what about mineral salt? Oh, it's called howlite. So I spent the entire fucking like thing talking about salt, how she found salt, and what she's using the salt for. I'm like, and people are like, Sebby, we want to read your novel. I'm like, no, you don't.
You know what? I want to. Can I get that to read the salt chapter? I want to read the salt chapter.
Not the salt chapter.
I want to read the salt chapter in the most sensual voice ever.
Oh my god. I love funny romance trips. Yeah, like, and the thing is, I do love romance. Don't get me wrong. I do love romance. But I like it when, like, they have to earn it. There's, like, there could be attraction, but there's gonna be, like, what was it, like, I never actually had, like, in this thing, because it's, like, my latest one, I had, like, this, like, I had a love scene, but it was just hand-holding, and it was so fucking funny. I'm just like, man, what? This is a really hot hand-holding scene. Dang, there's, like, stuff going on here, and it's just their hands.
Why the fuck are there fireworks now?
Like, it was so funny because, like, I'm like laughing because it's like, it's treated like a sex scene, but it's just the intimate hand-holding. Like, it's like blushing and whatever. Like, I'm just laughing my ass off writing this thing, and I'm like, man, this is...
Man, this is steamy.
Exactly, and I'm just like, oh my god, he's going into the glove. Like, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I so weird? Like, I'm just like, nobody reads, like, no one reads or writes this garbage. What am I doing? But I was having fun with it, though. This very passionate hand-holding scene. I'm just
My
like,
fingers slip in between hers.
pretty much, and I'm just like, I'm like describing like the faces that they're holding hands. It just sounds wrong.
The lights flashing like the sparks of our love. And I'm just like, man, why not write that? I mean, I like it, but like I'm just like, who does this? Who writes a fucking like 2,000 words worth of hand holding? Hey, somebody's into it.
I'm into it. like all my stuff, like I'll literally just write about that, you know, or like what's the other thing? Like, because again, this is just a bunch of arbitrary nonsense because no one's gonna read it. And like, hey, Tabby Cat's hello. So I'm because I also like world building, so I'll be like, you know, yes, today's chapter she goes to a dress shop and she just buys outfits.
Oh no, what could possibly go wrong?
And then I literally just have this entire fucking thing where like there's a subplot where like the dressmaker guy is like a noble and he's trying to start his own business, but his dad's like, stop trying to be a working individual and be a rich noble like the rest of us. And he's just like, no, father, I love making dresses, you know? And he's just like, well, son, I'll give you an ultimatum. If you can't make a profit within 2 years, you're gonna have to close down your shop and come back and be a noble. He's like, I've got to make money, but alas, I only like making outfits for women with big tits.
Oh, the struggles.
But don't worry, main character Chan has a big rat. And she's rich because I said so. And like, this is the garbage I write.
Ignore me dying. I love this material.
This is the garbage I write. Like, I'm just like, I'm under no illusion. The stuff I write is complete fluffy garbage and I love it. Like, this entire subplot is just like, I want an excuse for her to have like fancy outfits, but wait, I need to include big boobs somehow. And then he's like, oh my god, she saved my business.
Thanks to her.
He's like, he literally takes, he's like, can I will give you a discount if you let me take pictures of you. And she's like, that's weird. He's like, for advertising. She's like, okay, fine. But this helps attract other women with big boobs to his store, and it saves his business. And I'm like, what is wrong? Like, she's a Mary Sue, but yeah, she's a Mary Sue, but she's the most roundabout Mary Sue ever. I'm like, no, she's still a Mary Sue. She is definitely a Mary Sue, just a very dorky one. Like, she like saves this guy's business, you know. She's trying to avoid this prince who's just like bored, and he keeps trying to like crash at her house, and she's like, bro, stop trying to live with me, you know.
She got obsessed with
salt. She's like, you know, it'd be a great idea if I had like an employee. She finds a half-dead knight in the woods and nurses him back to health, and he's like, you know what? Everyone thinks I'm dead anyway. I'm gonna just work for you now. She's like, I'll pay you in salt. Because salt is really valuable and it's hard to get, so not everybody has salt. So he's just like, oh my god, she has the most valuable mineral, which is salt. So he like, I mean, technically he works for food, but also for salt.
I mean, to be fair, the resale value would probably be insane. He is probably living his best life just because she's not selling.
Exactly. And not only that, there's a hilarious, like, super slow burn of him being like, she's kind of weird and kind of dumb, but kind of hot though. And she's just like, Man, I'm so glad he's not into me, and so when I look at him working out shirtless, I don't have to feel bad about it.
Boy, that's not going to backfire at all.
Exactly, but don't worry, we have our love ambiguous shapes, because then you got like the prince guy who's just like, I want to marry her for political reasons, and she's like, I don't want to get married at all. And then there's like, I think it's like, oh yeah, there's like this sorcerer guy who's just like, I'm the most powerful sorcerer, but I'm also sexy and bored. But oh my god, she knows magic that I don't understand, so I must do experiments on her with consent. And she's just like, well, I'm not gonna give you my consent. And he's like, damn, I guess I'll just have to seduce you.
I'll find a way.
I'll find a way to get your consent in a consensual way, madam. And she's like, no. And he's like, but I am quite handsome. She's like, I mean, yeah, but you know, there's like,
whatever.
Yeah, there's like 5 other handsome guys that just kind of hang out with me all the time, you know.
What?
He's just like,
They
well,
can't be more handsome than me.
no, like my favorite thing about the like sorcerer guy is that he's like kind of shameless, where he's like, wait, what if I also offer you like my sexy bodyguard? She's like, that sounds illegal. And like the bodyguard's like, wait, no, it's fine, I'm into it. So like,
wait.
and she's like, okay, no, this is getting weird. Get out of my house. Because I'm like, no, this has to be as dumb as possible. Yes, reverse harem, because reverse harems are fun when they're just really stupid.
Oh my god, they are some of the best when they're really, really stupid.
Like when they're like really dumb and like, you know, because again, they're all like, because technically they're just like, it's I mean, it's kind of like Auron, except like the main character's like, you know, has big boobs. But like, she's like,
we're on Host Club.
But yeah, I'm just like, so like where I am in the story right now is that she just discovered that the prince guy who's just been crashing at her house sometimes is actually a prince, and she's like, I don't think you're supposed to be at my house. Like, shouldn't you be doing like royal things? He's like, yeah, I'm like the 3rd prince. I ain't getting shit done. I'm like, he's like, man, I'm like, because the thing about him is he's just really stupid. Like, he's the type of guy that you're in a coach, right? And instead of telling you to stop the coach so he can get out, he just kicks the door open and jumps out.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's a menace. So he's just like, he literally just finds her when she's like at the river researching flowers or whatever, and he's just like, that's weird. There's a random woman near the haunted woods. Does she know they're haunted? She'd be kind of hot though. And she's just kind of like for her, she does acknowledge he's a very beautiful man, but he also just looks like a very stupid person, and he was. Yep.
Very much sounds so.
Yep. Hey, the rebel, welcome in, welcome in. And like, the thing with her, like, she's also just, she kind of worries about these guys, because with him, she's like, I literally live in haunted woods. You could get lost in here. You could get killed. I'd feel bad. So he's just like, I mean, I'll just follow you home. And she's like, God damn it.
She's worried about all the himbos.
Yeah, but she's like, oh my god, I already have like a half-dead knight at my house. No. So she just kind of like takes care of him until he gets bored, so then he goes home, you know? And so like, now he's just, but he's just like, okay, so I think we actually need to get married. She's like, I'm not doing that. He's like, but if I don't marry you, or at least present that I'm courting you, they're gonna make me marry somebody boring. And she's like, and that's my problem. How? He's like, it's your problem because I like you. She's like, do you though? He's like, my favorite line is, yes, I am very attracted to you. And like her and like her one employee, you're like, man, this guy, what is this guy? What is this guy?
Man, this guy.
Like, and then there's like, and then there, like, he hasn't shown up yet, but I've talked about, I've actually written about him a little bit. Because I gotta have him in there. He's a classic. He's my, no-nonsense, priest character. I love him. Because he's like, I think she's evil. So...
Oh boy.
He's just like, I've been sent by the church to see if she's evil, and if she is evil, I gotta, I don't know, burn her at the stake or something, you know?
Probably.
Yep, but alas, she be hot though, so he's not sure what to do about it. He's like, but I've promised myself to the church! But she got hot though.
but she hot though.
Like, just my favorite thing is they're all just kind of like, but she hot though. Like, 'cause I'm like, it should be like, I fall in love at first sight. No, it's just, she be kind of hot, though. Like, it's so funny. Who's weird? I don't know, are you weird?
Every one of them has their own kind of different... But she kind of hot, though.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and it's just literally, like, and the worst thing is there's actually a plot in this stupid story. There's an actual plot in here, you know? Like, there's an actual... There's an actual plot, because one of the characters is secretly, like, a fucking, like a demon lord. He's like a prophesized demon lord, he just doesn't know he is, you know? And, like, the cult that he got taken from are trying to find him, but they're also trying to find his demonic bride, the one who will give him the power to awaken the demon within him. They will find his demonic bride who will awaken the demon within him, and they will usher in an age of darkness. You know where that's going.
I see where that's going exactly.
Because no one knows about her yet, but when they do, they'll be like, aha, we found her. The demonic bride.
It's her, she's the one.
She will awaken his demonic inner core, or whatever. His inner demon.
His demonic innards.
Yes, she'll activate his demonic innards, and she will help him ascend to the dark path. He will descend the dark path and lead us all into darkness.
So get that guy some Pepto. He's got some demonic innards.
I want to get the super and be the one that's no booba. Ew. No booba. But yeah, it's just like, but like the cult like makes me laugh because like they kind of don't realize that everyone's just really awkward. like it just kind of keeps making me laugh. Like, oh yeah, like there's one guy who she doesn't date, but he just kind of becomes her friend. But he's like a merchant. He's like her like just flamboyant friend that keeps trying to get her to do crime, and she keeps telling him no. He's just like, so about the salt. he's like, you know, I see you have these this vast you know how to get to these
mountains of salts.
He's like, I see you have a way to get to these salt mines that are like super dangerous. Why don't you like give me the rights to these salt mines and I will give you money and sexy men. She's like, stop doing that.
Stop it, I need the salt.
She's like, I need the salt for science and experimentation. He's like, yeah, but that's like a mountain of salt. You don't need that much salt. Like, come on. Don't you want to make at least a little bit of money? She's like, I already make money. He's just like, getting paid by your random boyfriend is not a job. She's like, he's not my boyfriend.
I'm just picturing him doing the glasses push up anime trope.
Mm-hmm.
Don't underestimate the power of science.
One thing I like about her is like she's actually a complete alchemist, which means she actually has achieved all the things the alchemists try to go for. You know, the like eternal life, like Philosopher's Stone. You know, she actually has achieved all that, and that's how she got Isekai in the first place. But she still just likes vibing. You know, so
There's still so much to learn.
Exactly, because she's in a whole new world. You know, she was the alchemist from World One, but now she's like, you know, learning about like herbology or whatever, you know, and salt. Just I'm sorry, the salt thing is like the funniest thing I've ever figured out in this entire stupid
It's
thing.
so fucking funny though.
Like, she just has salt. That's it. She just has salt.
Mountains of salt.
Exactly. She's just
For
like
science.
she's like, well, you need salt for science and cooking and whatever. And he's like, I could just make a fortune if I could just get access to the salt mine. She's like, no, it's mine. The salt maiden.
The salt maiden.
Like this is like, and like honestly, the entire story is just like me writing nonsense about like this one lady trying to be left alone, but these hot men just won't let her. They're like, we can't just let you be a recluse in the forest. You gotta like, I don't know, like hang out and wear pretty dresses or whatever. Like,
I hate that my own headcanon now is that this entire story is just called The Salt Maiden.
I'm kind of tempted to call it the Salt Maiden. I'm super tempted to give it an obnoxious title and call her the Salt Maiden.
Please, oh please, it'll be a New York bestseller.
He's like, oh, it's like, guys, wake up! There's a new episode of Salt Maiden. I'm done. Like, oh god, I do want to kind of make an entire thing. Because the thing is, I read a lot of light novels, and a lot of the female-centric ones tend to be obsessed with just one thing, whether it be books, herbs, and I'm like, I kind of want hers to be salt.
I think it should be salt.
Because, like, salt is something that a lot of people kind of take for granted, and I'm just like, man, I love to do research, and just imagining just random salt facts. Did you know?
No, you just fucking made a pun without even realizing that they take salt for granted.
Oh my fucking god. I can't. Strange Tale of the Salt Maiden. No.
Yes, please,
Oh.
sister. I don't ask for much.
Oh god. Oh hey there, D-Fang Pro. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you for the raid. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. But welcome in.
Surprise raid.
How are you doing? Let's see, this shout out. Oh, they're Parker the Hurricane Thomas. That's the name. Welcome in. And I hope you are having a good day. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Thank you for joining the organization. But yeah, I'm just like, because like I do like to read light novels, and a lot of them are very slow paced. Like the anime versions of them tend to speed up things, but like I do like the slow ones, and I'm just like, because I do like studying. Because this partially happened because I was studying alchemy at the time. Because I like to study like stuff for like story reasons. Also, thank you much for hey, it's Cyrus number. How you doing?
Hey, I like to study occultism for my own reasons too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was because I found a really great book on alchemy for stupid people. So it's like alchemy
Not
for
alchemy
dummies.
for idiots.
It was alchemy for dummies. Look, this thing helped me so fucking much. I'm just like, what the fuck does any of this shit mean? And he's like, and they also refer to anime in it, so that I knew this was on the up and up here. So yeah.
Fair point.
But there's a lot of purple in the screen. Welcome to the purple stream.
Welcome to the purple stream.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like, man,
Purple night.
I might just actually call this fucking thing Salt Maiden though.
If honest opinions, Strange Tale of the Salt Maiden sounds fantastic.
Let me actually write that down so I don't forget it, because it actually does sound kind of boss. Like,
oh my god, next webcomic.
Next webcomic. Strange Tale of the Salt Maiden. Oh god. Because like you could, I mean, especially if it's like depending on when it's set, you could definitely do some funny stuff with salt.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Like, because I'm like, because I also just have a lot of world building, but I'm like, man, I could definitely make it that like her weird salt mines are like the most important thing until they figure out she's literally made of magic. Because they're like, wait, what do you mean she knows how to make the elixir of life and the philosopher's stone? What?
But is settled on mining salt.
Exactly. I'm like, you mean to tell me she can do all this stuff, but she just mines salt all day? What? She's like, yes, salt. This is the purest salt I've ever seen. And,
oh my god, the day she finds pure salt is gonna be, she's gonna be
I'm just gonna make her obsessed with salt. Like, sure, her dream is to get to the ocean so she can get some sea salt. See if she can get some, like, pink Himalayan sea salt, even though she's not in the Himalayas. Like...
Hey, they have their own version of Himalayan pink salt. It's actually blue.
I'm just gonna make her obsessed with salt. That's gonna kill me. I'm gonna have random salt facts in the back of the book.
Just don't get too salty about it.
Oh god. It's like, salt facts!
End of each chapter, another salt fact.
Or discover the salt. Oh god. Oh lord. Now I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna have to put her in a world that, like, doesn't know all the things you could do with salt. This is gonna get stupid, but it's gonna be so great.
No, wait, salt lamps. If there's a region that's fucking humid as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh boy.
Just salt lamps with the humidity.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so funny. Oh, he's the purple stream, but
god.
salt stream? So epic, yes, we're talking about salt because I made an isekai, like, in self-insert story where my OC is obsessed with salt. She's obsessed with malt and is, like, she's obsessed with salt and keeps ignoring all the sexy hot men around her.
And we are all here for it.
Yep. Oh, a stretch! Yay! Oh, I should hydrate. Let me drink my water because I ran out of tea.
Oh no, she ran out of tea.
There we
Governor, can we please get the lady some more tea?
Naga, well, that's what gave me an excuse to, like, study a little bit more of history. But yeah, like, this literally all started because I'm like, don't we mine salt as well as get it from the sea? And it all went downhill from there. Just like...
Yep. Went down the salt hole.
Yep. Just so
I
much.
never want to... Don't make me say that sentence again. I never want to say salt hole in any context ever again.
It sounds hilarious though. Oh my god. Like, I'm just like, I'm like, but don't worry, I'm like, because one of these things I had to, like, figure out, I'm like, okay, no, she's only gonna have employees. She's not gonna have indentured anything. She's like, nope. You will be paid in money or salt. Like, here you go. Here's a salt brick.
Oh my god, a salt stone?
Yeah, it's a quarry. Oh god. Like, just a big old salt brick.
You can... Did you know you can salt bake something?
Yeah.
Like, you can coat it completely in salt and it'll be the most tender meat possible.
Yep. That's why nobles like it, so she's gonna... People are gonna try and get access to her secret salt mines. They're like, if we can get if we get a hold of those salt mines, we'll be rich.
I fucking love this story each and every passing minute.
Like, just her, like, try to, like, just be like, I just want to live my life, and everyone's just like, and these random hot dudes are like, we can't be having that now, can we? Like this, but don't worry, I will also give her female friends, because I hate that trope where there's nothing but men around, but she's not allowed to have female friends. She has like 2.
No, she's gotta have girlfriends.
Yeah, one of them was like the woman that was gonna marry the prince dude, but she's like, I don't want to, because he's kind of dumb, and yeah, it'd be kind of annoying. And she's like, yeah.
I do like the trope of a female huntsman. You know,
yeah.
In the forest, doing all the things that you'd expect, like lumberjacking, hunting, all that good stuff.
Yeah. I might do
More
like
retro.
that too. Like I just wanna give her like just some nice like female friends. And one like this person like I don't want to talk about them because I don't want people to like think I'm like fetishizing them, but they're actually part of the storyline with the guy who likes to make dresses. He has like he has a younger sibling that lives with him because they were disowned by their dad. You know, because well they like wearing pretty dresses and the dad's like no. You know? And he's just like,
oh, that sounds like me as a dad.
yep, and he's just like, and his like, and his like father is his brother is like, the brother's just like, well, if my younger brother like wants to wear awesome outfits, then I will let him, you know, whatever he decides to be. And their father's just like, oh no, preposterous, blah blah blah. He's like, Dad, you suck. I'm gonna live over here and take my sibling to live with me. Because I actually like the younger sibling, cause, like, I don't know, they just like being over there and being quiet. They're like, no, I just want to be over here. Like, in my own business.
Just let him vibe on his own. He's not hurting anybody.
Oh my god, that reminds me. When she, like, because she makes, like, the friends with the merchant guy, she does get cash money. And there's a bank, right? So there's an episode where she has to open a bank account, right?
Oh.
So she's going there, and she's just like, yeah, I want to open a bank account at the central bank. And they're like, you have no connections. Yeah, you're a woman. We're not going to open an account for you. She's like, really? She's like,
oh, shit.
Well, that sucks. So she complains to, like, the prince guy. The prince guy's like, why don't I just give you a letter of recommendation or whatever? She's like, wait, you can do that? He's like, yeah. Nepotism. She's like, oh, okay, cool. So she, like, gets that. And she's like, wait, I'm not gonna go back to that place. They were rude. I'm gonna go to another bank. So, meanwhile, in that bank, they're like, oh god, we have a failing business. They're like, we used to be the top bank in the town, but ever since that bank robbery, we've lost our main account, and we've been struggling ever since. All of our customers are just people who can't make it at the other bank, but we're not making enough to, like, you know, make ends meet. Whatever shall we do? And this bitch shows up. She's like, I would like to open an account for, like, you know, $1 million or whatever. And they're like, oh my god. They're like, madam, I will personally take care of your account. So her, like, personal account is like the guy who just is a head banker guy, you know?
Like the branch manager.
Yeah, he's like the branch manager, you know? Is our personal accountant. Because he's like, we have to make sure this account is safe, because if not, we'll go under. But oh my god, if we can keep this account...
fucking sweating bullets thinking
exactly,
about it.
Exactly, but don't worry. As is tradition, he is a hot guy, because I said so. And he's like, don't worry, madam, I will take care of your account personally. She's like, oh, okay, that's nice. He's like, and she has a royal seal of approval. Oh my god. And then, like, people start hearing about this mysterious lady who got, like, a letter from a prince of all people. And they're like, wait, where's she banking? Where's she shopping? You know? And, like... They start going to, like, the other place, and the other guy's like, they're like, oh my god, she saved her again.
And she's kind of hot, though.
And she's kind of hot, though. What is your character? Oh, I'm an Eldritch Dragon, by the way. I keep forgetting to tell people that. But yeah, I'm an Eldritch Dragon. He's my brother.
Not a cow. Not a cow.
Yeah, I'm not a cow. But yeah, but like, just... Because I'm like, no, I just want to keep this comically going on, that she just keeps having these hot guys, even if they're not all actually into her, they're just there. So she has, like, so her banker's a hot dude with glasses. Who just shows up periodically to tell her she has money.
So here's the current balance in your account.
Yep.
You have made about 1,000% interest rate.
Exactly. She gets a fancy checkbook, you know, because all the nobles have fancy checkbooks. They don't carry around cash like a bunch of heathens. They use fancy checkbooks, because apparently I need to write about that. Like, I'm just such a dork. I'm like, I need to talk about high society, even though she doesn't want she doesn't want to be in high society, but she also likes showing off because she's petty like that. So it's very funny. like when she has to, like, when she goes to, like, the party to, like, save her kind of prince friend who's into her, she's just like, okay, fine. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna like, you know, go all out. So she literally calls like the one dressmaker guy. She's like, okay, I need the best dress you can make. He's just like, I'm on it. And it's just so stupid. It's just so funny. He's like, I've got the perfect thing. Because
like I could see her even just going out of her way to make the Philosopher's Stone
Mhm.
just so that she can get to him.
Exactly.
Save his stupid ass.
Yeah. Like
You
say
have any idea how much of a headache you've been causing me?
exactly, because the prince is just so stupid. Gotta save him from bandits because he gets himself captured. He's like, apparently I'm being held for ransom. I didn't give them the information. I said that you were my caretaker and that you should be the one to pay my ransom. Send help. And she's like, how? How does this keep happening? I mean, she saves him, but like, still, he's kind of a pain in the ass about it. What the hell is that long ass like, paragraph? Like, soars a dragon lady with a violet sheen, with the wings of amethyst and eyes aglow. She commands the heavens and elegant flow. By her side, a serpent coils with grace. It scales a shimmering purple embrace. Together they roam in twilight's embrace. Two beings intertwined in celestial space.
Oh, is that something? Is that something somebody wrote? Hang on a sec.
Yeah. Damn, that is an essay. Congratulations. You get a gold star. Ink.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Let's do this proper.
Oh, here we go.
In the skies where stars forever gleam, soars a dragon lady with a violet sheen. With wings of amethyst and eyes aglow, she commands the heavens with an elegant flow. By her side a serpent coils, with grace it scales a shimmering purple embrace. Together they roam in twilight's embrace, two celestial beings entwined in celestial space.
There you go.
Blip.
Blip, blip.
And then I just blip.
Yep.
Little dude.
It's little Shrevo. It's little Shrevo.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's me and Pulse's random mushroom child. I keep forgetting how this came about, but yeah, like Pulse like animated him and I called him Little Shrevo and said he's our son. I don't know, it looks like Pulse. Kind of.
Yeah, he takes after his father so much.
Oh Lord. But yeah, just like, I don't know, like this story is just very dorky. Just every single time, like, because again, it's like a big meandering mess.
It's such a lovable dorky.
It's like just when you think something's about to happen, salt. Mineral facts.
Oh my god, I can also just picture her getting chased by bandits and just digs into her pocket, whips out salt.
And I'm like, my eyes! It's just like salt in the eyes. And the funny thing is, like, she can actually just use magic, but she just really likes salt. Like, she can use actual magic.
That's the best part, though.
And she's just like, why use magic when I can just use salt to accomplish the same thing?
Oh, God.
Oh my god, that means
Yeah, you did find me.
Oh my god, that means I legitly have to have her deal with demons and have her use her salt.
Oh, salt circles.
Yep, she's just like, wait, I know how to deal with this. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, salt repels demons. Like, you can't be serious. Oh my god, it's working. She's like, aha! They're like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Even better, the demon lord character finally awakens his demonic side. Has to seal him inside a salt circle till he calms down.
Oh my god, that's so great. He's just like, how am I powerless against this? What is this? She's like, it's salt. He's like, he's like,
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
He's like, your puny little pebbles cannot contain me. She just throws salt at him. He's like, ah. He's like, ah, what is that? Why does it hurt? He's like, it's more salt. He's like, why is it doing
this is
salt?
a different kind of salt. This is the Himalayan salt.
He's like, yes. He's like, yes, this is pure, more spooky, enhanced Himalayan salt. He's like, what?
That's not actually a thing.
It is now. I went from a farm village to consider her a witch because she didn't experiment in salt of the earth, so nothing grows there. Damn.
Jesus
oh my god.
Christ.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking all the ways you could use salt. I'm so screwed. Oh my god. Goddamn salt maiden. Like, everyone has these cool things to be obsessed with, and my character's just like, what's salt though?
But salt though?
Just think of all its many uses. Like, she's just gonna be a salt otaku at this fucking point. She's gonna be a mineralogist. She's like, I studied to be a mineralogist before, and then I became an alchemist, and then now I can just study all the minerals I want. But the one I want more than anything is salt.
Oh my god, now I'm picturing like that long, obnoxious title that basically explains the premise of the show. I used to be the most powerful alchemist, but now now I love salt.
No, he's like, I went from being the most powerful alchemist in the world to being a salt maiden. And people goes, salt maiden? What the hell is this?
Salt maiden?
Like, what? And then, like, so she's focusing on the salt and everyone else is trying to marry her for stupid reasons. She's like, no time for marriage. I gotta look at salt.
No time for anything. Gotta work on salt.
Yep. Oh, wait. You see. The great alchemist turns salt maiden and all of her salty men. She does put salt in the wounds of their hearts. Let me stop. I'm going to hell.
Oh man, a salty heart must be such a horrible thing. Too bad for them.
Does she end up getting married at the end of the series? I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get tired.
Honestly, I would hope she doesn't. Just continues her salt work.
Exactly. Because she's immortal, so she'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she's fine. She'll literally just be like, and then you're just gonna have these poor dudes, like, just be trying to figure out how to be with her. Oh lord.
These poor schmucks have no chance.
At least one of them is gonna probably reincarnate specifically to try and marry her.
Oh my god, no wait. The demon lord is immortal. The others are gonna have families that are gonna be trying to get engaged with her. One of them is going to try to become an alchemist as well.
Yep. They're like, if I could become an alchemist, then she'll have to love me.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm just sorry. I'm like seriously just thinking of all the stupid memes of like, cause you know how like there's the series, but then there's all the stupid memes that come from it. You know, just being like, oh man, she doesn't like you normally, but then like just like literally bury yourself in salt and she'll be all over you.
Oh my god, no, wait. Where's the meme with Elmo looking at fruit and a pile of sugar and he just buries his face in the sugar?
Yeah.
Except put salt.
Yes, it's just her and salt. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, that would be so funny. Hey there, Lucifer Morning Clown. Hello, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon Mom. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Look, if this is a story written by me, it does have to have a bunch of hot anime men. I will not budge on that.
No, that is a non-negotiable term.
Exactly. I am one of those people, like, if there can be a hot guy, there will be a hot guy. I will just make it so. I literally wrote a story where, like, this lady, like, what was it? like, because I've wrote a bunch of different stories, but there was like this one where it's supposed to be a horror movie, like not a horror movie, but it was kind of making fun of monster tropes, and like she ended up with this kind of like reversed friend harem of a bunch of monster dudes, and it was very funny because one was a werewolf, there was a vampire, werewolf, monster hunter, and like the demon who was actually like the demon one made me laugh because she just moved into town and her cable bill kept going up for the internet, and so she went down to the store, and she's like, okay, I'm here to discuss my bill. And the guy's like, well, I'll make you a deal. If you guess my name, then you will get free cable. You will get free high-speed internet for the rest of your life. But if you get it wrong, not only will we continue to raise your bill, but you will give your soul to the Dark Lord. And she's like,
oh, fucking A.
He's like, or you could just say no and continue to have a raised bill. She's like, you know what, I'm gonna guess. If I were a demon, I'd have the stupidest name possible because people would be embarrassed to say it. Iggledy Piggledy. He's like, fuck. So she literally just ends up with free high-speed internet and a demon familiar. He's just like, well, I guess I'm your demon now. She's like, what?
Well, that was part of the contract, I guess.
Well, like, the funny thing is, the story, it's actually a short story, but in the short story, like, the apocalypse happens, but it gets stopped, But, like, all the people who guessed his name wrong had to fight on the demon side. But these are just regular people, and they're like, oh, crap, we've been summoned to the final battle. Well, shit. Okay, let's go. And so this town literally had this, like, heaven and hell battle. But, like, it was actually just a mock trial. They were just doing it for, like, training purposes. And she's like, what? They're like, do you think we just, like, we gotta train for this sort of thing. We can't just have it all happen in one go. She's like, I thought this was the actual thing. He's like, what? No, this is too small scale for that. And she's like,
nah, damn, this is just for practice.
Yeah. Like, she's like, oh, okay. I mean, I like werewolves, but it depends. I don't like all werewolves. Like, it depends on what kinds you like. I like the werewolves who act closer to dogs. I don't like the ones who are, like, snarling and be like, yes, I will go feral and basically just be someone's weird animal kink.
Yeah, no, let's not have that. Let's just have Inuyasha, please.
Like, that's what I prefer the, like, because the one that I have, like, the guy just technically behaves more like a dog. He's actually just really nice. Like, because he's just, like, he owes her money because he, like, destroyed half her house by accident.
Oh,
so he literally, like, works at the hardware store. And just kind of lives with her because she's just, like, you literally put, like, a hole in my wall, dog. And he's just like, I mean, well, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. I'll work at the hardware store. And that's just where he works, and he just lives with her. And then, like, you have, like, the exterminator guy, who he actually is a monster hunter, but that doesn't pay the bills, so he's an exterminator.
Fair. Valid.
And so he...
Rude, even.
But he keeps trying to, like, visit her to be like, did the werewolf kill you yet? She's like, obviously not.
Yeah, fair.
But don't worry.
Gotcha there.
It's a slow burn romance because she kind of hot. Let me stop.
For fuck's sake.
I have a problem. Talk about actual werewolves. I see. But yeah, just like that's how I write all my characters. Just like, she kind of hot though. Because I have a problem. I just like writing my characters like that. You made
She's a doll with the soul of a man in her, but she's kind of hot though.
Yep. Like, I just keep doing that because I have a problem. I have a type. Just like a no nonsense goofball who just wants to do one specific thing, and all these hot men want to date her for some reason.
Yeah, there's a type.
Yep. She's like, look, I'm just here to write my horror novel that's not really a horror novel, and you guys keep hitting on me. And you're all supernatural monsters for some reason. Except for, like, the Monster Hunter guy, which, like, and again, they all have, like, the Monster Hunter guy technically has a tragic backstory.
Oh no, not the haunted one backstory.
Yeah, because his
feels sympathy for.
Well, yeah, because his brother was actually killed by rogue vampires, and he was left with his baby niece, who he doesn't want to train in the family business, but also knows she needs to be able to defend herself, but he just doesn't know what to do. And he also kills rats.
No.
And like, I'm just like, man, that shows a tragic backstory.
She's kind of hot though.
That's like the punchline there. She kind of hot though. I actually do like he actually does end up with like the main chick actually is like, just because they do make the most sense. But like, cause she's like, look bro, like, I know you're scared for your niece and all, but like, if anything happens to you, she's gonna still be responsible for all this monster slaying. You need to teach her how to defend herself, you know? Like, just putting her in the track club is not good enough. She needs to know how to wield that big old butter knife you keep waving at me all the time. He's like,
big old butter knife.
He's like, it's the ancestral sword. She's like, I don't care. Just teach her how to use it. And he's like, crap. You have a point. And then, like, because his niece is just like, Uncle, I want to know how to slay monsters and whatever. And she's like, you're like a teenager. She's like, didn't you learn when you were like a child? He's like, I didn't have a choice. That's just how things were back then. And she's just like, yeah, but like, my parents are dead.
Dark and broody and
he's just like, yeah, we're both orphans. She's like, just pats him on the back. She's like, it's okay, Uncle.
Yeah, we're both orphans. It's okay, Uncle.
Her name's like, the niece's name is Kate. I love Kate because she's like, she's a very sweet character, but she fully acknowledges that her uncle's just kind of a traumatized man-child. Who takes out his aggression on killing animals for like extermination. Like, she's like, I'm glad he has a girlfriend now. He was lonely and needed help, and he didn't want to go to therapy.
He was lonely and needed help.
He's like, I was starting to think him trying to capture rats alive was a cry for help. She's like, what? Like, he started naming them. She's like, okay, yeah, he needs help.
Oh no.
He's like, it's okay, Jerry. I'll let you out as soon as I figure out a safe place to put you. It's gonna be all right. And it's like, squeak. And she's like, Uncle needs help. And she's like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is lull him into a false sense of security and get him to go to therapy. They are a very interesting couple because he just doesn't realize how much of a weirdo he is. And she's just kind of like, okay, all right. He's like, and then they always have to kind of like go get him when he gets injured. She's just like, okay, werewolf boy, we're out on like salvaging duty. He's just like, yay, my favorite thing.
All right, boy, we're going salvaging.
She's like, okay, you got a set? He's like, yep. He's like, let's go find him. Like bleeding out of the park somewhere. She's like, how did he survive until now? Damn.
You dumbass.
Well, she's just like, I could just break up with him. Let me stop.
He's just waiting out here in the park. I could just break up with him now.
She's like, but that feels cruel right now.
He's already half dead. No need to finish him off.
She's like, you know, I think you're doing some really self-destructive behavior. He's like, is this really the time for this talk? And she's like, you're not bleeding out that much. She's like, we need to have the serious talk, and when you're more able-bodied, you're able to run away from me. We need to talk about it. Yes, that's my writing style right there. It's just terrible, like terrible dialogue.
She's kind of hot though.
Yeah, she's kind of hot though, which is exactly what he's thinking as he's bleeding out on the park. He's just like, damn it, I might bleed out and I might die, but she's kind of hot though. This is my favorite. That's just gonna be my thing from now on. Just like, she's kind of hot though. Oh my god, it's almost like 2 a.m. I need to go to bed.
Oh, do you want to wrap it up? That's fine if you do.
I just looked at the time. I'm like, yeah, I probably should actually.
Well, this has been a great art stream.
Yeah, totally. Wait, wait, wait 1 second. I can actually make it an art stream right quick. 1 second, 1 second. Let me show you what I can do. 1 second, 1 second. I lost my thing. Okay. 1 second. So I'm not a liar. I'm gonna make this into an art stream. So just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay,
Are
we're
you
gonna
stick me like in a plate of pasta since I stick your head in a piece of meat.
No, that would be weird. Why would I do that? Okay.
Because you're my sister and I expect something like that.
I mean, it'll be fine. Okay, gotta move. Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay, okay. Excuse me. Alrighty. So we're gonna do.
Buddy, don't you want to pound? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're gonna make this into an actual art stream. So what we're gonna do is oh god, Techno Satan's here. Fuck. Ooh. Oh god, no, we don't talk about him anyway.
Why do I look like a sock puppet? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We It's gonna be fine, yo.
I have to make. I'm making this. I'm making this. I'm making this. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Okay. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Damn it. Just, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Just give me a second. Just, because I went. Just It's okay. It's okay. We're doing. It's all right. We're doing. We're making really good time. Don't worry. It'll make it'll make sense. It's alright. We're almost there. I'm almost finished. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's there. There. There you go. And that is the art side chat stream. There you go. It looks exactly the same. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
Yep. I'll make sure to put this on Twitter. Yes. Oh god. Minty, why are you making a cow pun? I'm not a cow.
Oh my goodness. I want to thank everybody so much for coming out tonight. This has been a really fun art stream.
Since you're the guest, you get to choose who we rate today.
Okie dokie. Please be sure to keep it sure that this is me.
Please follow Gotti. Gotti's great. He's awesome. Please.
Please follow. She's wonderful.
Yes, whoever. Okay, that's fine.
There.
Okay.
Back to me.
Okay, there we go. Alright, thank you so much for coming by, everybody. Oh god. Raid. Oh, I forgot to give my other raid message for those who are not subscribable to the Okay. There we go. I love you all, everyone. I'm gonna shoot you out the window of the lively vibe. Be good, behave, and don't be a menace. You have a good night.
I want to wish everybody thank you for a wonderful night, and as always, sweet, sweet dreams.
Yep. All right, now so you be good, YouTube. You be good.